last council meeting of the year. Start with the invocation and pledge. Heavenly Father, thank you for this year. Thanks for getting us through it, and thanks for all these citizens that come here to take part in our community, and all these council members that have the best interests of the community at heart. And just give us wisdom to keep making these decisions in the best interest of all concerned. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome. Next item, number 2, approval of the agenda. We got one there in front of you, unless we have some changes. Good. I'll take the motion for approval of the agenda.
Wasn't there supposed to be executive session for personnel?
Okay.
It's not on there.
All right. Well, a minute.
There was some, I had some requests that aren't on there.
Okay. What's that?
Mayor pro tem election.
We have one of those, but with
Fence ordinance, duplex zoning, is that on there?
No.
there's the zoning amendment, zoning text amendment discussions. That was what that was about.
And then, let's see, park, caboose, library, barbecue, fees.
Those are, we have those.
I asked
They're in
for it to be
place.
on the agenda. I don't,
Oh, we're making changes?
Yeah.
Well,
let's talk about it.
well, we approved them in January. We have a list of them.
And this is December.
Bob's got a calendar.
Let's talk about it. I mean,
Yeah.
are y'all censoring the agenda request?
I'm not. That's
Okay,
why I just asked
Thank
what
you,
you need
sir.
to put on there.
that's what I said. I didn't
Did
know
anybody
if
write
you-
all those down so we
If
can?
you got, did you get the email?
I have not seen that email. I apologize.
We want to talk about the resolutions that we had passed, talking about keeping, City Hall open. When Pam is away, we always want, and then the resolution that was also passed, I think it was passed twice, about getting some communication from you during the week on city business whenever it was required.
You want to bring all these up under your time then? That'd be easier.
Be on the agenda, so
Huh?
I think I'll be on the agenda,
In
so
there.
the public see what's the agenda.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
All right, we got them
Let me
down
go
here
back.
and that'll be
since you
under
didn't get the email,
new business then.
let me go back and check on.
I got a lot of pain.
Who's this?
I didn't know, Brendan.
I think Cal responded to it, but.
Huh?
Well, the second time, since he bothered to send it out again saying we didn't get it, I thought I'd let him know we got it.
Well, it didn't change, so I assume that's why he did that. I'm not
Oh, you're supposed to read your emails.
I do, and there wasn't anything to respond to. But he got,
The mayor said he didn't read it.
The mayor didn't read it.
I read it. That's why I let you know I read it.
Thank you. The second time?
I read it the first time. It just didn't seem to be, I didn't think it was something I had to respond to. And then you sent a little snarky one
Gotcha.
that said, I'm sending it out the second time, so I responded.
I know. You use big words I didn't understand.
Oh, sorry about that.
The pun, yeah.
I'm seeing a few emails here that for some reason I didn't have, and now they're here. That's all right. Gina sent me a text
When was
yesterday
that?
evening, and I got it today afternoon. She said, "You responded." I said, "I haven't got it. Look, here's my phone. Look, it's not on there." And then about an hour later, it came in.
So this is what we get to expect with fiber, huh?
Yeah, really.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom.
Well, y'all don't have to accept it. You did it back.
I'll pay the bill.
Exactly.
Let's take it.
I mean,
What date?
I think I nuked that one.
Let me just look at it.
And consideration of putting the stumps on there too.
Didn't get any bids.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
Got
did.
two.
We got
Oh, we did?
2 or 3 of them. And,
Okay,
Right?
after you sent it out for a second time? Okay.
We had several to start.
Yeah, for some reason, I'm not seeing it.
If you've got it there, okay. Okay, then we've got an agenda with the mayor pro tem, the fees for the park and rec items, the city hall open, the duplex, well, the zoning is on there. And stumps was on there, I believe, right?
Memorial tree is.
Memorial tree.
We can do that
Okay.
under that, yeah.
That's what that was about. All right, so do I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended? Make a motion to approve his agenda, that's a second, there's a second. Second, all in favor? 5-0, thank you. All right. Next item, approval of the minutes. You should have those in front of you from the last meeting on the 6th of November. If you haven't already looked at them, take a moment to check those over, and I'll take a motion for approval of the minutes or any needed amendments to the minutes.
Move that we accept the minutes as written.
Move to accept. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second, all in favor? 5-0. Next item, financial report. You have a look at that. Take a second, look it over.
What all got, pressure wash besides the library?
City
City
Hall.
Hall and the Huey.
Huh?
City Hall and the Huey.
It was just
You might
new.
wanna get the backside of the caboose too, cause it doesn't.
It's not getting sun. My house is the same way.
It was just
That
new.
side doesn't get any sunshine.
It was just
Ain't
new.
no sunshine when she gone.
But she's always gone.
It was just
Always
new
gone.
landscape person. Workhorse Lawn Care, who's that?
Nathan Dowdy, he's a local in Williamson.
Does he live in Williamson?
Well, not in the city limits, but he's in Williamson.
Nathan Dowdy?
Dowdy,
How'd we find him?
he came by, dropped off a business card, introduced himself, offered his services.
And that's the one that did the pressure washing?
That's outside.
And he wants to do the trees too?
No, no,
The
no.
stuff?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he did. You're right.
He said that he could do that kind of work. I
Yeah.
think he was willing to do about any kind of work. It sounded like his card had a whole lot.
You
of
have
things on there.
No, it was in the payment,
Who's in the what?
under the rev, or the expense report. And I had never seen that name, that's why I was curious. That would be a new one. We had received bids on that, on the stumps before, so did we go back out and rebid it?
We
Yes,
did.
y'all voted last month to put it back out for seal bid because we're over the 10,000.
All right, so
limit.
he made a seal bid too?
Did we get him?
We have to.
Got two.
I thought I had his card. But I don't. You know, I saw it somewhere.
I move we accept the financial report.
Motion to approve or accept the financial report.
Take a
second. All in favor? 5-0, thank you. Reports from departments, committees, and boards. City clerk report.
I'm gonna keep it short. One thing, January meeting falls on January 1st. Consider moving it.
Sounds good. Move it to the 8th.
I move we move the January meeting to the 8th.
Move to the 8th. Got a second? Got a second. All in favor? Mine's okay.
Put it on it, I'm not gonna be here. Y'all can have it on the 1st, I think.
I thought you'd be in Florida by then, right?
That's right.
Be shrimp.
Is that all you had?
Yep.
All right. Councilmember report, Stephen.
I don't know, I've been pretty busy this last couple of weeks, so, I'm gonna say I don't have nothing to report.
All right. Carol.
Well, it just has been nice being around the city and seeing people out doing things. Bob's been doing a lot of Christmas decorating.
Yes.
And appreciate that. My husband and Sean moved 3,000 books from Zebulon to Griffin. And so we have a ton of books that were donated free.
Good.
Where are they now?
Garage.
We gotta sort them and approve them.
Yes. A lot of work there.
Are you gonna read them?
How come hell?
They're all in good shape too. They're all from, the Pines Library, so they're all in good shape.
It's older.
Yeah, they went through and redid, I'm not quite sure. They haven't done the children's books. And I'm sure you're gonna talk about this too. Were you?
Okay, no.
Okay, then I'll talk about it. They're also gonna do the children's books. They haven't done them yet. So we'll get a whole bunch of children's books, which is good because we don't have a lot of children's books for the free library anymore.
Oh, good.
Well, last time they sit out there, we ended up hauling them off, so hopefully we can do a better job.
Yeah, this time we will do a better
3
job.
pickup truckloads full,
Mildew.
but that was from individuals, but a lot of them are, encyclopedias.
Private libraries.
That's why we have to go through those books. We don't want books that are more than 25 years old, unless they're a classic. So you have to go through every book and get the copyright and all that.
Classic.
That's going to be a classic, 25.
I can ask you this on the library report, but the new software, we'll have to look and see if that makes it any easier, any different logging in all the books too.
Well, yeah, it will, but the problem is you still gotta go through
Oh, yeah.
the book itself
Get
to
the-
find out when the copyright
Yeah,
is.
get the IBSN and all that.
So that's all I have.
But
Just-
I did that when I first was hired at the library. I went through everything too, so.
Yep, it's just good to see things happening.
Good.
All right, Bob.
Your turn.
My turn?
You could go.
Wow. I'll pass.
All right, Steve.
Had a neighbor ask him about the Veterans Park. He was wondering if he could contribute funding to it or what we could do to get, I think he's wanting to actually expand it, not just put flags, Chris Lags, but,
Oh, yeah, okay.
which I agree. I think, it's for a good cause and he's a veteran, you're a veteran, we have a city full of veterans. I just don't know where to start the ball rolling as far as giving him an answer. I said, yes, I'm sure we'll take any kind of contributions, but,
Let's start by asking what he's got in mind. Yeah, let's just see. And
I'll sit down and talk to him.
yeah, because we used to do a little bit more, like you said, flags. We had little permanent flag poles or holders in the ground, and we would go put up flags. And they just,
neighbors.
yeah, they got sort of unserviceable.
But I think he just lives here and he would like to be better represented. So I told him I'd definitely inquire on that. So that's pretty much all.
Okay. Speaking of that and the monument, they tried to get in today to work on the lights that shine on the Veterans Monument there, and we didn't have a key.
Well, I talked to the guy before I left, when I left, because we did the lights at the library. And I stopped, asked him if he needed to get in there, and he said no. So I went.
So you still have the key from the city hall?
Huh?
You have the key from
Yeah.
the city hall?
I hear it.
So they just needed the breaker.
I called the lady, she called me, and I talked to her. She said it was fine, no hurry. But,
Yeah, they came by. What time? It was this afternoon sometime. They came by to work on it.
Yeah, 3 something, I think. they called it.
Yeah, it was right at 3. Yeah, it was.
So my keys don't work for some reason. I don't know. This one barely works. But, yeah, I had it, but I talked to him before I left. He was fine.
I did have one other thing. I had one of the kids in there who had asked me about the frisbee golf. Are we gonna salvage those?
Yes.
And I told them we would before they get, we were just
Yeah.
gonna bury it.
2 of them got bent just a little bit, but I think we've getting them straightened out. The base, the part that it slides in, and the pole won't slide down in it anymore. And that needs to be hammered back out. But I looked at it. I think we can do that. Everything should be back like it was, actually maybe a little better. I did talk to one fellow that wants to help redo the key boxes. He gets out there and plays. Yeah. And he still wants to do that when we get the stumps rolled and all that.
He was asking if we were gonna put the
Yeah.
course back up, and I said,
Yeah.
of course.
We'll probably try to put it right back like it is, like it was, because that's what's on the big map. You know, the guy's got the diagram of it, so we want it to match.
I think it got used quite a bit, more than you think, really.
It does get used a lot. I see people out there, adults and kids.
Now it's like you're playing in Vietnam or something. You're playing frisbee golf.
No, anything else, Steve? Tom?
I'd like to say it's been the honor of most of my life to have spent the last 6+ years serving this city. And my only focus has been is to make sure that we look at what's not only best for the city, but what is the most reasonable for the city. While we do have funds, we know that we have to be protective of those. And while each and every one of us probably would like to see things that is not here, we also have to be respectful of the money that we spend. This is not our money. This is the citizens' money. And I would ask that the future council just take a look and make sure that that is the first and foremost thing. You're not here to, this is not Dixieland. We don't do playgrounds. We don't do things like that. We provide service, and those things should be done first. And if there's money left over, that's great. If there's not, then they understand. Trust me, they do this every week and every month at their home when they do their budgets and pay their bills. And as a business owner for more years than I care to even remember now, that was my biggest thing, was to make sure my employees had a place to work and they had good equipment. And I would ask the city to be mindful of that as they go forward and try to get along. I mean, this is not supposed to be pretty. This is a democracy, and it's actually a constitutional republic. So if we disagree, that's part of it. I mean, how many wars has this country had over the years in disagreements of things? And if people take it personally, that's on them. It's not a personal thing. It's actually a thing that we swore an oath to do. And if we follow that oath, then there's nothing that can be said about our motives or anything else. So, John, I hand you over a fairly worn out seat. And maybe they'll get you a name tag. Poor Heath is still written in Sharpie. But I would also say that I noticed the 2 wads of wire, one at the end of Midland and the one up here where they replaced that pole. So I hope that they get it finished as they told me they were going to do. I did talk to Brandon about the continuation of whatever there's going to be done here. So that's supposed to be done by the first year. And Carol, I'm sorry, the fiber is an issue for you. I've had it ever since I've lived here, and I hadn't had the first problem with it.
Yeah, well, it was just because he wasn't getting emails, so I was like,
Well, that ain't got to do with the fiber. That's
No,
got to
no,
be.
a lot of times our house lately, we've had like no internet connection. We'll be on the computer and it says no internet connection. And then, but the TV's playing. You know, we get that over the fiber, or the phone works, but we have nothing else. We check the routers, the other, it's on what's going on with
Got too much tinfoil in there, man.
it. Yeah.
But again, I hope the citizens will support and be more active in our community. It's a shame that we don't get more than what we do, but it is what it is. And thank you all for tolerating sometimes my displeasure with the way we spend money. And if you took offense to that, my humble apologies. If you don't understand it, then we're in the wrong job. But anyway, thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. We appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Best of luck.
I think I can feel my time or something.
There you go.
City attorney report.
My grandson.
Mayor, the last meeting, we discussed sending out or making contact with a local business owner because he failed to provide a certificate of insurance. I sent out an email to him and copied or CC Pamela on it, and the guys failed to respond to my email. So I'm gonna send him a certified letter now. But I just want y'all to kind of be thinking about what y'all want to do moving forward if he fails to respond on that. And I'll have some options for you at the next meeting.
Cut his water off.
That'll get the attention of the ice maker, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So outside of that, that's pretty much it.
Got to follow the steps, right? As far as lay the ground.
You know, some places would require you, if you did not provide insurance, that they would go out and acquire it for you and then bill you for it. Maybe we should have added that to our contracts. Just a thought.
Yeah, why should we be chasing?
Yeah, I mean, we're wasting a lot of time and effort for nothing.
Yeah.
Unplug it a couple of days.
Well, he wouldn't like that.
Richard, remove the meter.
Well, we got Huckabee over here and go turn the water off. Double point.
I don't know, where would we be on that? Because, I mean, if he's paying the water bill, you know, I don't know if we can turn the utility off. I know state laws, you know, turn utilities off, especially if it's been paid.
No, I'm gonna need to look into what our options would be.
Terminate his contract.
Likely. Yeah, we probably have to take it to court. I don't know. But I don't, I'll get you options available. I hope he responds to the certified letter. I'll send that out. But if he doesn't.
Who's our point of contact now?
That makes sense.
Cherry.
We
Yeah,
have,
I know I can't remember the office person I used to deal with, but they left. So I've been dealing directly with Cherry.
That's Sonny's eye.
do we have a plan?
It's an old ice
I thought it was under Sonny's for some reason.
It may be.
That guy came in here and made the presentation. We-
I think if this is a valid one, I can try it.
Okay.
Or have to-
Who's that? Smoke?
Huh?
Smoke coffee guy?
No, it wasn't him.
Oh,
It was a smoked ice guy.
I don't know, he was over there.
The iced coffee guy.
Yeah, he was over there.
Smoked coffee guy at the ice house? I wonder if he bought him out.
He was over there. The smoke guy, the smokehouse, black, or is it black?
Coffee.
Yeah, black ice coffee. Is that it?
Black smoke coffee. Black smoke coffee.
It could have been.
Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me.
See what you missing on it.
If I wanted that, I'd go home.
You can get that kind of treatment,
You have that in these?
It is
huh? All right, next item, mayor's report. I
It's
don't
Sonny.
have much.
I thought it was.
It's not gonna be on the, rest
Is
of
it
the agenda.
incorporated or LLC?
I want to ask you a question. Did you get, y'all might have gotten one too from the guy from DOT,
I'll be able to
Carl?
find that dude.
On the grant?
No, he said, I got an email saying that just before Thanksgiving saying that he was some kind of liaison between the cities and the DOT in this district. And, if I wanted to meet with him to discuss district projects.
Yes, did get that.
So you did
And-
get that.
And that one, I responded to him because they asked about the grant and if we wanted to move forward with the traffic improvement program. And I told him that GDOT District 3 was the lead on that, not the city. And to get in touch with them, it's up to them whether they're going ahead with that. That's really not a city issue on the state road, but I thought it was interesting. He said he'd like to meet with us, to discuss things. So I thought that was a good idea to get
I
together.
thought so too.
I think-
I hadn't heard anything from it.
Well, I think you're talking
Yes.
about different emails.
There is two different emails.
Okay.
There was
There's
one.
one I got from, Calandra Barron, is that the one you're talking about? Cause I received that talking
All
about,
I know is his name is Harlan.
okay, then that might be the tax application. There was one from Harlan where he was, GDOT district planning
Cause
projects.
he was
and
just
then
some
there
kind of
was
liaison.
Right. Yeah, there
Yeah.
were two separate
That's all
ones.
it was.
Yeah, one was if we wanted to move forward with that
Okay.
project, and the other one was getting together to talk about.
I told him he had to, must be confused.
Yeah, I've looked at two roundabouts they've revamped. The state has one up on 92 that had to go in and cut the inside circle in more because vehicles were running up over the curve. One on 16 and 54 they redid and expanded. They take up a lot of area.
Yes.
I don't know how we're gonna fit it in
I
that
don't
hole
either.
right there.
The one you said on 92, one up toward Federal,
Two
the
of
double
them
one.
there.
Yeah, they just had a bad wreck on that one a couple of days ago. I'm not sure how it happened, but
Yeah.
When they put the bridge in right there, they'll take care of it.
What bridge you talking about?
What bridge?
Well, I was-
Is it gonna be a toll?
It looks
It's on the
like,
end up over at Brown Station, right by your house.
this looks like to lay it out right and get the right of way, it's gonna take a big area. And they try to do small areas, especially on the one at 54 and 154 out there, and 16. And they had to go back and redo the whole thing. They even took away Garvey Beach to do it out
Have
there.
you been through Jackson?
yeah, and they
yet?
put another right-hand turn lane out there.
Oh, yeah, they got one in
All
Griffin on Poplar Street now.
Yeah.
It's a pretty small one.
So we might really want to consider what we may lose.
They don't have a truck
Of
route.
course, do we even have any recourse if the state decides to do it?
No.
Well, look at
Well,
the
that might
one
be
in
what this
Griffin.
meeting was dealing with.
That is a smaller one.
Because he did give us a drawing of it, and the drawing didn't affect anything if they stayed with that.
Yeah, okay. I was just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
We may lose some buildings right there, so.
No, I don't think so. They'll fit it in.
I'll reach back out to him and see what this guy says on it. I just wonder if y'all got it too.
I didn't get it. I guess I'm not special. Guess I'm not that special.
Yeah.
Did you know him from before?
Hmm?
Did you know this guy from before?
Yeah, I got one on the TAP. That was when it came in the third. It came in yesterday. And then, I know which one you're talking about there.
On the 20th, I forwarded it to everybody.
Didn't I get it? That sounds about right.
Harlan
Yeah,
Hay Smith.
the Harlan Smith District 3 Planning and Programming. I received that on the 20th and forwarded to everybody on the 21st.
Man, I wish I had high speed internet.
Did you get it on the 19th?
I don't have that on the 21st. Again, that's hard for this.
Let's see if I don't see it.
Okay, now here it is. Yeah, Calandra Barron. Georgia DOT on the STIP program.
Still.
Be aware that our city overlaps with the metro. No, we don't. So it says if you do. It says if we'd like to discuss projects within our area or have any questions, email Harlan. We'll call.
So what are they looking for to do something next year? What are they?
They haven't told me anything on that. All I know is that they got the grant for $700,000, which was the first phase, which I assume was just the research and study and planning part of it. So it wasn't for the building, from what I understand. It was $700,000 just
Just
to
to do the
study
research.
part of it.
Research and engineering.
Wow,
So that's all I know about.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so it is.
So what are they predicting this is gonna cost? A couple mil?
Probably.
I'd be amazed if it's less than 5.
Really?
They're gonna have to buy right away. They're gonna have to buy potentially raise. I mean, depends on how big it's gotta be. They're definitely
They're
gonna
gonna
have to,
take away his?
well, they're gonna have to do some of the grading because that way it slopes off there. I mean, going down, Williamson,
Williamson, Zebulon.
Xavier Road, that thing slopes off. They got the,
Yeah, we got a picture.
got the
of it.
drainage
Did you have a
pond
copy
or
of that?
the-
I'd look to see if I did.
Send a
pond
picture
over
of the
there, the
roundabout.
catch pond.
We'll be flooding their
I
pond
have
at the way the
A
venue and
drawing.
the deep by the bed and
I don't know how.
So they're gonna have to put, what were they gonna have to put in? Like drainage?
I don't know, they typically will
I have
just,
it
if
tucked in a
it's
hole
Doesn't matter.
somewhere.
more
Yeah.
reasonable, they'll
Their
buy the
problem.
property instead of trying
It's
to
not ours.
move stuff
But I think
around.
that was one of the original plans that they sent. They didn't include it in the project.
They're building more lanes over in Henry County. And more lanes over
Where, on the highway?
on
Interstate,
I-75.
yeah,
I think they go.
all the way through Henry County. The X 2 lanes or?
What
I think
exit?
The
there's-
way I read it, it looked to me like they were gonna take out.
What exits are you talking about?
I don't recall.
Below 218?
Yeah.
Mall Road,
Jonesboro Road, Hudson Bridge, 2081,
Okay.
to name a few.
down below, Macon. But they were gonna take out.
They ain't never gonna get through the frickin' Macon.
March 2025 proposed.
What are they gonna do, take out the HOV?
Yeah, this one you got.
That's why I pulled up there.
Well,
The,
they really, well, the HOV, they're gonna make it those,
Can't have it.
There's what they show, and it doesn't show affecting the wings or the detail shot.
yeah, but that was the first shot across the bow.
Yeah, it's following the existing roadway around the detail shop.
let's see, that's
and
not,
That's a
not
swag.
level right there. They're gonna have to,
Okay.
yeah, that's where it starts slowing.
Mhm.
They'll figure it out. They're smart people. They graduated from
Well,
Georgia
that's
Tech.
what,
They graduated from Pike County High.
Nah, but this down in the public schools.
I didn't. That was an accolades.
I drove by there.
They were the last one that graduated from the school on School Road.
All right. County
Beer
matters.
bills.
I did go to the last county commissioners meeting. There wasn't anything particular dealing with the city there, other than some of the roads in our proximity that's being paved with McKinley,
That's
Melvin
nice.
Brown. Yeah,
Oh, my
McKinley's nice for the curb and gutter. It was easier for them to do curb and gutter than it was to get all the utilities moved, make the ditches on both sides of the road. So that was nice. And let's see what else.
oh, they make curb
Went to
and
the
gutter there? That's
hometown.
good.
A friend of mine lives
Hometown
on it.
It's got curbs and everything.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go down there.
Says
Everybody.
road closed.
It's gonna be great for drag
Chapel
racing.
that we went
You
to.
know.
yeah.
That's a county matter. I mean, that's,
Yeah,
School
Carol,
boys, the school boys
I still got
drag race.
yep. And Carol and I went to the luncheon that was it was sort of facilitated by Hometown Connection. It was at Christ Chapel, and we had people representing most all the cities and county and a bunch of other local organizations that are nice to be in contact with as far as helping us get projects done here. So that was nice to share a little bit about what was going on in all the different cities and the county at that. So I thought it was a good thing.
I think it was
And
good
to say
to
we're
have
gonna-
everybody there
we're gonna
together.
continue
Yeah.
to try to do those. We used to do the roundtable meetings quarterly where all the representatives from the cities would get together, and they stopped having those quite a while back. And this was the first time we've done this particular type of a meeting. It was good. We had a little bit of a state representation there. They came down to let us know what was going on at the state level and what different offices could do for us.
That photograph, was that everybody that participated? I saw a photograph of it.
No, it was,
That was a
a,
different one.
That just the city people.
That was
Yeah.
the GMA.
that was GMA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
And
we
then
get
had,
anything that y'all got on that handouts or information that y'all gathered while you were there, or just y'all
It was all verbal and
Yeah,
it was
we
just
didn't
telling them
no
what they
notes
were
or no
doing.
nothing? Okay.
Thank you for coming to eat dinner.
I mean, they told us, what everybody said what they were planning on, new water systems, new wells, new government facility, obviously have to have a new sheriff's department, stuff like
yeah, that was
that.
a big thing about rebuilding the sheriff's department.
In Zebulon.
As in constructing a new jail?
Oh, yeah.
That's outgrowing that one, for sure.
Are we
it's
to
condemned.
the point where it's been condemned?
They tried to do that for years to rebuild a new one. We looked at down at the, Adams Street complex down there and Adams Road, Adams Street. They've been looking at different areas for quite a while. Library report, Ms. Beverly.
Lots going on for us. New books coming in. We have the art show this Saturday
Mhm.
from 10 to 2. We have
10 to 4, isn't it?
10 well,
2.
10 to 2?
unless you want us to work longer.
Oh, okay.
10 to.
And we have,
Santa coming from.
Oh, I have a picture. You would not believe the amount of food coming in. Let me show you. That's my phone. It's really neat that the community has really stepped up and we're over. You want to pass that around?
Oh,
You
that's
can
beautiful.
see all the food that's been donated.
That's
I've seen
beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, she's lived it. We're coming around to say.
Did you want to see this?
The food that has been donated to us.
Wow, lot of food there.
Or if I get hungry, I know where to go.
Somebody even donated casseroles, the pan and everything in it to make the casserole.
Yes.
I think that's
Yes.
really a cool idea.
Yes. So,
Oh, the pans.
Yeah,
No
the
kidding.
pan and the casserole, all the
everything in
ingredients.
when, in fact, we've already taken some things over to the blessing box. Or, because someone had put together, snack bags for kids. And so we're
Oh, no
taking those
kidding.
over to the blessing box.
Leave them alone, Steve.
Is it chocolate?
No, it's healthy snacks.
So
So,
it's double chocolate.
so there's a lot going on right now. So, anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you. Next item, the Memorial Tree Planting Project updates and bids. In no particular order, looks like we have 2.
Well, hang on a second. When are we gonna get that culvert fixed? That thing was selling water for days.
Up bad. I asked the county, they had I thought they had a jet vac that they can blow those things out. So I requested them to come do it. We'll see what they can do.
I think they did, Mayor, that, on both ends, that thing is crushed.
Yeah.
It needs to be replaced.
Yeah, they might have to, but the county should be able to do that for us if they have to dig
Have
it out.
they, do we have a work order on that, Pam?
We have crushed. What did we? We do.
You talked to them.
Yeah. I don't know if we
Well, don't we do
I
that
think the
right?
the original plan was whoever dug up the stumps, they just ride over there and clean out the ditch.
Retention pond.
And then that got all convoluted, so
Either way, it's gotta be cleaned or that ain't gonna do
I
any
promise
good.
not to use big words.
What crushed them in the first place?
I don't know.
Trailers coming in and out probably.
Let's lay down that.
I tried to dig it out and
We've dug it out.
it's got
for years.
roots.
A lot of roots, you know.
It's got,
You
that's
gotta
why,
cut through the
I
roots.
guarantee that thing's gotta come out. A jet track is not gonna blow them roots out. It's got to come out and be replaced. Both ends.
Yeah, it's
'Cause you know the other one's the
light.
same
I don't know if
way.
there's roots
I
inside.
don't know if he's standing near the
What, are
other.
you gonna have to cut them out? You're gonna have to
Yeah.
cut those out.
It blows back as it didn't get.
It may be easier just to cut that road, cut the drive and pull that out.
That'd be the easiest thing to do. Jet track is that'd probably be that alone be the county picks up, won't cost us nothing, but if we have to pay for it, I bet you that'd be 15 grand or better.
Wow.
And not only that, it's already crushed, might as well do it while we're,
If it's crushed, yeah.
well, I mean, even if it's not, you already
It's
do it.
actually sort of small too for that.
We might increase the size of it and that would help the drainage off Williamson,
Both
Zebulon,
ends.
and also
Will they
Drury or
Charge us
whatever
for
it is.
culvert? Do we have to buy a
Yeah, we have to
culvert
buy
and
a
they'll
culvert.
put it in?
They're not cheap anymore. They're very expensive. And that was long. I don't know what the length would have to be.
Most
on
plastic ones aren't too bad.
Don't throw the old one away. Dig it up.
What would you do with it?
Huh?
What would you do with it?
Use it out here on this
Clean it out.
ditch. This one out here is covered up too.
No, you
Cable
have to
through
start
one over
over.
and took the tire, old
I've
tire
seen
to it,
that.
pulled it
Pull it
through
through.
the tractor.
If it wasn't for roots, you could do that.
I don't know about that.
It
I've
worked
seen
on,
it.
it worked on the YouTube video.
It's gotta be
It's
good.
gotta be.
TikTok.
On the internet, it's gotta be true.
If it's on the internet, it's,
That's right, it's gotta be on.
true.
I can see that just pulling the whole culvert out.
Them
Yeah.
TikTokers,
It might, honestly.
Yeah, that's right. You done it? It worked? I've worked one time. Testimonial out of it. Testimonial.
So you know, firsthand.
Need somebody to run the wire through first, though. We gotta get a small dog or something.
Make sure you got a soft tire. You know, use like a Kevlar or an 8-leg flat tire.
I mean, how did they get the road through all
That's what I'm
that?
saying.
That's
Get a
you
small dog.
blow a string through it with a blower.
Pull the road through. Yeah, it's gotta be clear enough to get that through.
Mhm.
I doubt it.
But anyway, that's the only thing I have with that.
All right. I have a quote here from Holbrook Tree Services. Let's see what it is. This is the fellow that we worked with before.
Who cut down the 3 trees
Yeah.
down at the end.
We had, how many did we have last time that weren't sealed and we had to redo it to make them? How did we end up with just 2? We had like 3 or 4.
Mhm.
Did we call and see if
Some of
they
that was-
not?
I think some of that was
All
the
the
ground,
same
the stump
before
ground. We
on-
didn't want the stump ground.
No, I mean, did we ask them why they didn't rebid? All they had to do was put it in an envelope. That's odd.
2 of them were stump grounded, though, weren't they? We'd already said
One
we
was
didn't
stump
want that.
grounded.
The double P put in a bit,
No.
they got bigger fish to fry anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting because a couple of them that had bid,
I think he was doing us a
didn't put
favor.
them in that
really.
NGE or something. They had a good bid. They didn't put one in.
They'll feed it in.
Okay, from Holbrook Tree Services LLC. They are out of Stockbridge. Now he works over here a lot, I guess. He
See
does
their
work
truck
there.
around here all
Yeah.
the time.
He's the one to put all them signs up the county made him take down.
Okay, to remove the stumps and haul them away, bring dirt in as needed, grade that area where the stumps were removed so the water flows toward the culvert. Install wheat straw and silk fence check dam to keep the washout out of the culvert. Install contractor grade grass seed with rye and cover with wheat straw. 2 days of excavator, including the operator and fuel at $4,600. 2 days with the skid steer, including operator and fuel, $3,400. Grass seed, wheat straw, silk fence with labor to install, $1,600. And 9 30-yard roll-off dumpsters for the stumps.
$2,500.
Yeah.
For a total of,
Well,
Did he add it right?
he says 9 30-yard roll-off dumpsters for $575. Oh, okay, each. There we go. It does say each over here.
Yeah.
All right.
I want them stuff.
I'll take one.
So, and then the dumping fee of $5,175.
That's 30 grand.
Dump them in my yard for that.
So the grand total, sounds like he hit all the bases, everything that was.
What about the dirt? Is there dirt?
He said bring dirt in as needed, grade areas.
Is that included or did
Yep,
you,
that was
a separate
included.
line item?
That's included in the labor.
So he could come out good or we could come out good.
The grand total is $14,775.
That ain't bad.
That's all.
And that was Holbrook Tree Service.
He got references.
That's Bridge.
I guess he's got references as far as.
well, we used them to cut down
I was
the
gonna
trees.
say, we used them, so.
Yeah.
Had pretty sufficient crew of like when they did those 3 trees.
This one is Workhorse Lawn Care.
Workforce.
The ones that did the power washing.
Did, I'm sure Holbrook has insurance.
Yes, I had everybody send me their insurance when they did the first.
Well, Workforce wasn't part of that, was it?
Yes,
Really? Did they bid the first time?
yes, they did.
All right.
They did the first tree for it.
I don't know. No, that was, south side or
Southern Front.
something.
Southern.
So these people did our pressure washing, but that's all they've done so far for us.
For
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, they bid on the stump removal last month.
Okay, this is Workhorse Lawn Care off of Bethany Church Road in Williamson.
I don't know, where is that?
Bethany Church right here. It runs, if you go straight up Midland, take a left, it's Bethany, but
Who
it
knows
becomes
that?
Bethany Church.
Oh, I got it, okay.
Yeah, Bethany to the right, Bethany
Like
Church.
he just came and introduced himself and gave her a card for the power washing.
Yeah, but I mean, how do we know to call them to do the power wash?
He showed up.
I think he
Came
just-
in.
He came in
Thank you.
and said, if you need anything done, here's my card.
Slow down, it's raining.
You know, if you need the power washing or.
Has he ever bought water from us or anything before? Or? Huh, he just sort of came by.
Yeah, this is relatively new business. He just got out of the military.
Oh, military guy.
Veteran. Yeah, I remember on his card it said veteran.
Yeah, there's some on the desk, I think.
Okay. All right, for his bid, he can start as early as the 8th of December and get it done as early as the 12th of December.
Wow.
That's fast.
Wow.
You know, I mean,
Yeah. The stump removal
What?
and the backfill for him is $6,400. The grading, $5,200. The winter rye mix, seed, straw, and with straw cover is $850. That was a bit less. And the check dam work was $1,500.
Wow, that's cheap.
So his total is $13,950.
Wow. It's like 1,000 cheaper.
So the two bids are $14,775 and $13,950.
Did he say silk screen, check dams and all that crap? Is
He
he a
has.
level 1A card holder?
He didn't mention any of his environmental cards. Neither one of them did.
We need to make sure of that.
And he mentioned the winter rice mix and the straw cover and the check dam.
I mean, does anybody know what kind of work they do? I mean, are they,
I've never heard of him, but that doesn't mean anything.
Let's see what they say.
See all that or anything. Some pictures.
I mean, it's not,
Well, that's a good way of doing it.
He didn't have anything in there for dumping the stumps, I take it.
it's really like,
Stump
what?
removal of
He
it.
didn't. He didn't have
There's
it.
gotta
He just
be-
said stump removal.
That's gotta be an expense of some sort.
Beyond happy with the end result. Alex and his crew got our project done in 2 days in the 100-degree heat. 100% recommend. Clean, on time, and stay true to the quote I was given. Alex and the crew from Workhorse were amazing. They made my backyard from barely used plot to a perfect oasis. Not only did they work diligently, they cleaned all traces of mess left behind. Alex made the planning process easy and came up with a beautiful design. I may never leave my patio and gazebo.
There you go.
Wow.
It's a quick weight loss plan.
Well, you can go on the EPA website and verify he's got the level 1A. That's not a big deal.
Guess the other thing would be, are we gonna get Zane for the removal cost? He just said,
Well, if you look at the first guy with Holbrook, he had the 2 days with the excavator, including the operator and fuel, and that was for the removal. His was $4,600. This fellow's got stump removal and backfill $6,400. So he's got
Combine a couple together.
$1,800 more. So he may have combined that, but he didn't have like the 9 30-yard roll-off dumpsters or anything like that. He just says he's removing the stumps. And then the grading, he's got 5,200. The other guy had 3,400. That was Holbrook had 34. The grassing and the seed mix, it's, one of them was 1,600. That was Holbrook. The other was 850. The big difference is the charge for the 9 30-yard roll-off dumpsters from the one guy.
There's no reason we cannot send an email to them and ask them how he intends to remove it. Is there any additional, is that included in his price or whatever?
It says removal is included.
I understand that, but removing him may be stump grinding. So I would
You
hope
know,
that would.
you met him?
No, I don't know.
I hadn't heard of him. I mean,
Well, it doesn't mean anything to just ask them some questions. We have every right to do that.
it's an $825 difference.
And I'm all for if it's
Well,
local business, I would rather do business with locals than I would somebody from Henry County plus a veteran, but just verify that he's got the level 1A card and
There's no extra charge for
it's a turnkey operation. That's all you gotta do.
these units.
Yeah, I like to keep it as local as we could.
And if it saves us
No, I
money,
don't
save
want-
more power.
Okay.
I don't want to be stuck at the end with,
We should have hired the other guy.
Because those were the
you need $5,000 more chips.
those were the questions that we have for the workforce lawn care. Did we have any questions?
I think Holbrook is good.
I think
If
he
he's got
had
the
about
level
everything.
1A, I think he.
Yeah, we don't know if he does or not.
He should. Or you would think he would with what work he's done. But they're disturbing more than an acre. So they're gonna have to have a permit, by the way.
Do
And
we
that's
have to
not-
supply that?
Nope, they gotta do it.
No, I mean, do we have to
The permit comes from, the state.
from the state?
Stephanie, probably.
These pictures look legit on here on this first comment. Sorry.
Verify level 1A, family, all I would say, and the other guy, just verify that everything that is included. And if he's the guy, he's the guy. And that'll save some money.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
that thing's
I
cost
like
us enough
using
money.
So do we need a motion if it verifies that he has the correct certification? We hire,
And if there's no additional fee.
and if there's no additional fee we hire a workhorse for the removal. Is that the motion we want?
I'll make that motion.
No, just go back and do it. Why do we need a motion for it?
So that we go ahead and do it.
We get started now.
So we can get
It's
started.
done.
Start on the 8th.
Well, we don't want them, no offense, we don't want them starting next week because you gotta get that, we gotta deal with that culvert first. Period.
'Cause this got drained.
Because once they start screwing around with the dirt over there, it's gonna be worse than what it is. So we need that and put some, check dams in front of it so that it'll drain. And,
So how are we gonna get that
Put it
done?
off again.
I thought we were, 2 months ago, I thought we were talking to the county about that, so I don't know where that's at.
Yeah, we hadn't heard anything back from them on fixing that, so I'll call
Can
them.
we send Rob an email? That's what we've been doing, send Rob an email or what's her name?
I sent
Well, if you look at the weather report, nobody's gonna be bringing any heavy equipment anytime soon.
Anything over half inch, it can't work.
So,
The next week.
I mean, we got time to check with this guy and make sure,
And then vote on in the January meeting,
you know,
John.
and then. Because if he doesn't, if he can't comply with our requests, then it'll just leave Holbrook. Will we even have to vote on Holbrook if this other guy says that, you know?
Yeah, we still have to vote. Well, tonight we need to vote to receive the bids. And then if we need to study them before making a decision, we can do that. And then we'll vote to
Pending
accept.
further information. I make a motion, we accept the bids and we'll award the bid pending further,
Investigation.
Sure.
further information.
Okay.
My hastiness,
Or to verify information.
my hastiness to get the trees cut down kind of got us in this spot in the first place.
Motion to receive the bids and get them further information. All right, that's the motion. I have a second. Second, all in favor? Thank you.
So
All right, Old Fayetteville Road paving project update. I have asked the engineer again if he has a scope or something that can be put out to bid yet. And he has not responded this week. I did call and leave him a voicemail as well. So I'll start contacting him again tomorrow. The last time I called him, I think it was yesterday, I sent him another email.
Is this a county engineer we're dealing with?
No, that's Mark Willie Engineering.
Usually better about getting back with us.
Yeah, he usually is. I don't know if he's out of town or something. Let's see here. What was the last thing?
And that's our first step, right? Just be
Mark Willie. Old Fayetteville Road. Yeah, it was, I did send him another one yesterday morning, asking if he get any updates or have anything done, engineering thoughts or any specs or guidance would be greatly appreciated. Said that we're trying to get the plans done before the January meeting, close out the year. But he has not responded to that. And that was as of yesterday. And I do not have anything from him today.
They need to, somebody needs to be looking at those oak trees over there.
On Old Fayetteville. Yeah, like that one right there beside the Blanton house.
In the road.
That one really needs to come
Yeah,
out. 'Cause
in the road.
It's lifted up the road.
The ones at the corner at the, Howard Street too.
I have a question too on that. Should we be proactive and go ahead and order the speed humps that we were going to replace? Because we don't have enough parts now.
Right, we missed those center sections, but we looked at that and they went up in price, right?
So
How much
how many
was it?
sections there did we have prior?
It looks like there
Well,
was,
we were 6 centerpieces short, and one entire hump comes with 8 centerpieces and 2 end pieces.
The reason we're missing is because that truck tore up that one out there.
We got to replace it.
And they were-
No, we haven't replaced those. The reason we're missing is because second district has 10 across it instead of 8.
It's wider to get
yeah,
across.
we have two.
No, those have
three
not
of
been replaced. They're just sitting there.
No, that's.
But do we need to go ahead and figure out how many we need and get them coming? So
Maybe so.
them. Well, we're waiting on the Ashley Glenn thing, I looked again today, in fact, this evening, the speed measuring thing is not there, but I did get, actually 2 emails, one from 2 different people today, saying that they were putting that up. They had to calibrate it. They verified what speed is the speed limit there, because they have to calibrate it at the shop before they bring it out and set it up.
it looks to me like in order to place a speed hump, you got to be so visible for so many feet. You got to be so far away from stop signs, other things. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere actually.
Yeah, because
I live in there, but I just see it's going to be
The last request, I think, added up to like 14 speed humps or something in there.
Yeah, he was counting at every stop sign he wanted them.
Yeah, on both sides of it.
Can, also, had someone mention, I had one person mention to me about, children crossing Williamson Zebulon Road and Old Fayetteville Road getting to the park. And they were concerned about the speed of the cars going up and down the road. And,
Well, we have it listed. Don't we have it?
You can't put it there.
I don't know if we can put speed bumps on that or not.
No, you can't.
Put a crossing that lights up with those things. They got them all over Florida. Where it's you walk under, you mash a button and it lights up and
Stop it.
Yep.
Where are they crossing? Like right there at Corley's, or where are they coming across?
Coming across Percy Circle, crossing Williamson Zebulon Road.
Okay,
And then coming from the duplexes, crossing, Old Fayetteville, right there where it comes to the point where the trees used to be. And they say people come around that curve, and if they don't see anything, they shoot straight down Old Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm.
not to mention George Jones Noah
One thing
riding more.
we can take care of that once the road's paved. We've got approval for speed humps.
I told them I'd bring it up, but I said, I don't think, I've never known speed bumps to be over there.
I don't know if we could get something done that when a car is coming out of Purser, it like flashes there at the corner, and you can do the same thing like Tom mentioned about a walkway across where you push the button and it flashes.
Well, they put they put all that white or
Right.
yellow, whatever it is, where they cross.
Yeah, the grade crossing, they call it. Like,
I've seen them both.
There was a grant one time out there for all the
Children
improvements they
play
made,
signs.
intersections with crosswalks and all that stuff.
Yeah, like you're driving down the road and you see a crosswalk and an intersection and a sidewalk that goes to nowhere
Yeah.
because there was federal highway safety money tied
Like,
to the money.
Like up there at Rovers at Teller Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, where nobody walks, no sidewalk, but you gotta push to cross and all that kind of stuff. I've never seen anybody out there. Yep, that's probably because there was highway safety money tied to the
They had
funds to get that intersection redone.
They had
So they
to.
had to put up.
So you have to have sensors in the ground unless it flashes off.
No, you mash it. You mash it.
Mash the button.
There's a button on the thing.
They were just concerned about the safety of the kids. And I said, well, whenever you say safety and you say kids,
Sure.
you're gonna prick up everybody's ear, of course. I said, I'll bring it up.
Well, I've seen the kids, especially the Purser Circle side, trying to cross over more than the Fayetteville side of it. I see them coming from Purser and that house across.
I've seen about
The park crossing back and forth there a lot, so.
Not to interrupt, are we gonna have any questions for Mr. Huckabee? Did we forget him?
Is he still awake?
Yes,
Oh, I'm very much over here.
Appreciate you coming.
very much.
You know, that's a good point. And Scott, I apologize. We probably should put you on the reports somewhere.
Under G.
After library.
Yeah. And,
Oh, he's
and
more
just make you
important
a
than
standard
library.
thing there so you can give us a water system report. Is it okay with everybody if we have Scott?
I make a motion to let him do it so he
Yeah,
can get
motion,
his
Francis,
thing
do
out
it.
of
Have a
here.
second, all in favor, 5-0. Thank you. Scott, what you got for the water for us?
Water system is good.
Thank you,
Bacteria sample was done on Tuesday.
We got those results, saw that.
Yep. Pamela sent the report in on Monday. Disinfection byproduct quarterly report is negative. I think the water system's probably the best it's ever been.
Sure.
City of Williamson.
Is there any truth? I heard that there was some issues with some kind of chemical being too high in the Griffin supply up there at one time, or some kind of a chemical, or
Well, they use chlorine, and we're seeing what they're doing. And they're well within the range of what the state requires.
because it comes downhill to us, and we're okay.
They're gonna make it hot because they know they gotta get it from there to us, and then from us to Pike County. So, but the readings we get are well within the limits of what they're doing, but I was just.
Are we on the high end of it, or where are we on the?
Where, it can go from 0.2 at a low to 4.0 at a high. And we're usually 0.6, 0.8. Rarely do they get to 1.
Yeah, we don't-
Occasionally they will.
Hardly ever make it.
Do we get those reports? Does she get them to where we could have access to them, or do they send them to you?
No,
The copper, lead, heavy metals,
Gives them out.
volatile.
all of that copy goes to Steve, and another copy comes to me. I send mine to Pamela, and she files them. In the
That'd
water
be nice for
files.
the committee the council to have access to.
You just send them out when they
You got
send them.
one?
Just so you kind of know.
I mean, they just do them once a year. So.
I mean, if it came in bad, we'd all get it.
Right.
One.
Well, then the whole city,
No,
every resident would get one then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Boil water.
Didn't want my
Well,
hair fall from the
whenever
shower.
we fail to do the required samples, or if we fail one, by law, we have to send out those results to everyone in the city.
And the difference between the Griffin water system and our water system for the loss report that Pamela is struggling with, do we have an answer for that yet?
Well, I can tell you that if your water loss, because Tom, I've been watching that for a while. The state gives you an award if your water loss is less than 10%.
We ought to be getting a
We're
little.
way, and again now, for a long time we had issues with the computer.
Right. It showed that we had more loss, but we really didn't.
If it was what it really was, we're losing 30-40%. I'm looking for the lake in the road and where is the broken 8-inch main.
Right.
Never could find anything. And so as we dug into it, Pamela actually found it. It's some not G-hauling between Griffin stuff and us and some of the software. we're not reading it right. So once we get all that straightened out, your water loss dropped down to what I thought it was. It was like 2-3%.
So is that done now?
It's done. And you're never gonna have no water loss.
Right.
It's
We've
water.
had negative.
But you found a few places that did cause.
We made water one month.
A couple of issues
Right,
though
yeah.
you found that did were causing some problems there a couple of times.
So the one thing, Steve, yeah, you know where it was.
Yeah.
I'm not as educated as a lot of people in this room, but so it's more than just measuring how much water came in and how much we sold.
Bob, don't feel bad, because I was the same.
I mean, you just can't divide the water came in and the money and the water went out.
Because there's kinds of water loss. You've got real water loss, which is what you and I are talking about as water guys. Where's the water on the ground?
Yeah.
Where's it going to? Then you have apparent water loss, which is your meters are old, you're losing water that way, the computer's not doing correctly, all of that stuff. And you have to determine which it is. And our water loss, probably the whole time, other than what Steve was talking about, when we legitimately had a waterfall at the storm drain right by the gas station that we tracked down and repaired. That was real water loss. It's all been apparent. It's never been actual water that we're losing. It's stuff that's not G-hong between the Neptune system and the computer, and the billing's not meshing with the meter reading and all that. Just once you got that straightened out, your water loss went down to virtually nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what I expect it to be, especially since we've done the upgrades, which were desperately needed. I think our water loss will be less than 5%.
On a different subject, have you assessed the water tank out here at any time?
Oh, yeah, I had American Tank come and climb it and look at it. If we ever wanted to put it back online,
No, I don't.
okay, I don't agree with that either.
Disassemble.
Well, structurally, that's the problem. If we're not having somebody come and inspect the wind rods and the riser and the legs, it gradually is going to decay. It's going to be a problem.
How much longer we got?
Brad McConnell said you really need to do something in the next 10 years. If you're going to disassemble
Well,
it or sell it, have somebody who wants it, take it apart and give it to another city who needs a water tank. But, I don't see us, Bob, I don't see us ever putting that thing back online.
Did we break even?
I don't think it. Now, you could get it to where you could store water in it out of the Griffin system.
Right.
But as far as treating it, no. It's not, because that's why we shut it down in the first place. Everything got too small for the amount of meters we had online.
It's too
And
high.
that room's been closed up ever since. And the chemicals that were left in there, lime, and I'm waiting for something to fall over in there.
Well, when I was with Pike County Water, I came out and assessed it to see if we could put the well back online. I remember that. And I brought a Pike engineer with me. And we looked at all the equipment, we looked at the well. It would take some major overhaul to do
It
any
was
of that.
$100,000 or something like that. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was gonna be expensive.
I mean, all that on the inside. I don't think it'd be feasible, not with what you're getting from Griffin now. If they wanted to pump it
Right.
just to have,
Non-potable water, 'cause that's what it would
I
be.
mean,
Well, that's what we do now.
Well, that's good.
but that's gonna fail
We're really
too.
not making money off of it.
We
We're just
sell
getting
it.
service.
That's gonna
We
fail
sell it
too.
water and pay the electric bill.
Right, that's right.
Is,
But, the rest of the system is,
I mean, Griffin keeps up their stuff pretty good, and they still had a leak up there last year.
yeah,
And I just have visions of
it is something to think about.
either internal
Yeah.
or,
I mean, is this something we need to plan money for that we're gonna have to pay at some point, or do you think it's salary?
Is it insured?
We can.
I don't know about the insurance.
It is.
Probably is, 'cause it's.
I think it is.
No, is it insured against failure or to removal?
Well, just fair.
I don't know on that one. But
I mean, do people buy them and just scrap?
For scrap or to
no, they'll actually come and take it apart and rehab it and sell it to a smaller city who needs a water tank. Because right now, if you put a new water tank up that size, it's $1 million. Just flat. I looked at it for Pike and for Talbot when I was with them.
We should hold an auction.
Put it on marketplace.
More importantly, if you're not maintaining the structure of it and it's rusting, and that's the bigger issue, Bob. You're dead right. It's gonna sit there and decay.
It's been a while since we had it beat blasted and primed and things. When was the last time, I've talked to Brad every year about this, and I talked to him when we were down in Savannah, he's always there. And I talked to him about it. When was the last time that he dove this thing? Remember?
Oh, Steve, it was I think I had it come up in 2018.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, it'd been about
It's been a while since.
It's been
we were
since
looking at
the
what shape.
Nineties.
it is.
7 years.
late eighties, early nineties. I know they painted ceramic coating on the inside. And I think they blasted and did something on the outside, but that's,
And that's probably the last time anybody did anything on the inside. So what was that, 25 years old? Yeah, you would need that in there.
yeah, that's built in 66.
Mhm. It's like same time Measles was.
Yeah.
Same thing. All
So is us.
Measles. They have to, we wash out, disinfect every other year. You're doing the yearly inspection, inside, outside, all that.
I mean, that's something at some point, somebody's gonna have to deal with, whether it's today or, like I said, 20 years from now.
It falls in this city hall, get a new city hall, get rid of the fire.
Just right there. Yeah. Otherwise, system's in good shape.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and our fire flows are much better, and with the 5 new hydrants, the fire department, Pamela ordered the vegetable, the food grade vegetable lubricant. We've got 5 gallons of that here, and when I met with the fire department, like 2 nights ago, we're still trying to get that scheduled where we're gonna come and test and lube all the hydrants. But everything looks good. Most of them probably aren't even gonna need to be lubed, it looks like, but we're gonna go and check them all and make sure.
Appreciate you coming in too, Scott.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I thought you might want to get out.
Well, Tom, since you said that, okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you have any questions?
Be safe.
Take care.
You got it.
Merry Christmas.
Scott.
Yeah, block you in, I'll be out in an hour.
All right, next item, amphitheater status update. There has been a little bit more interest by some contractors. I've yet to hear anything back from the ones that Lusk referred us to, and I reached out to them. But McElroy is showing an interest in it, and they wanted copies of everything that's been done out there, and they want to look at it. So I sent them everything we had on it, and they're studying it. They like the idea of partnering with the city and seeing if we can get something, get something going again out there. They really sounded eager to come out and give us a bid and see what they can build.
Jacob's working for them.
Oh, really? I didn't see. And we've seen a lot of their construction around Pike County for many years, and
They're doing
So it's
Griffin.
a good
They're
job.
doing something in Griffin now with the water system, or putting in pipe. So
And they've built little structures, well, I say little, like the new fire stations around the county that we got spliced in 2004, built in like 2006, 7, 8 timeframe.
Last month, we had a sealed bid for sales. And we just had a sealed bid for trees. And you said, we accept the bid, have to have a motion to accept the bid, and then we
Receive
bid then we have to vote on the bid. We did not do that the last meeting, to either accept.
We
or
did,
reject.
we voted to accept
We
them.
received them.
Oh,
Yeah, but not to-
no,
not
okay,
to-
receive, okay.
That was just a receipt. So in keeping with that, we need to, I'd like to see us move forward, with that vote. We either need to let him know we are or we aren't. And, if we gonna do
who are you talking about?
a bid for the sales,
We had 2, was it 2
Three.
companies? 3?
I think it's the cart before the horse. I think you should have a structure before you do the sale.
Or find out what the difference in the price would be Because if we're gonna spend 50, what was the biggest one, 57,000, I think, or
What's the-
59,000.
Well, we don't know what we're going to spend on the
The
other.
guy did from, Young was 30.
35 to 59 is what it says. So if we're gonna spend anywhere from 35 to 59, I think we ought to see how
But
much.
his bid wasn't 35 to 50. His bid, Rick, can we get the bids back out?
This is all the bids. They were between 35 and 50.
But Young's was the cheaper one. His was
35,
35.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we're not gonna consider the 50. I don't think. But we either need to let him know we are or we aren't.
I think it's too early. You gotta know.
Too
what
early.
Because we don't know, we don't,
How long we been?
5 years.
you have, it wasn't the reason, it wasn't the reason why.
Now it's McElroy. Every month we gotta go. I'm willing to wait, but it's.
I think you need a structure before you put the sales up.
Well, the sales come with a structure.
This was the
They
plan.
come with the wall, but I think we ought to compare.
Put the sail up over this for now, temporary, till we finally decide where. Then we can repurpose it out into the field area as a covered area for patrons to watch people on the structure. If we did. Isn't that what we were talking about now?
I don't think they're movable
Yeah,
though.
that's what.
Yeah, you can move the poles.
Yeah, you can move.
They're putting concrete in the ground,
Yeah.
And they can be dug up
And they
and
can be pulled
repurposed.
up.
6 feet of concrete.
Yeah.
Pulled up many, clothesline.
Young Creek was 35, 326.40. And that didn't cover the whole stage.
Well, we don't have any timeline on this other getting bid or done,
Or even if they gonna do it.
or if we're gonna.
We've been waiting on Ron Johnson for the last,
3 months.
how many months?
2 years.
And then we've been waiting on
They
waste
gave us one
management.
last year, but yes.
Waste management to give us, that they wanted to participate in something, and
And there was a steel company that wanted to give.
we've had everybody and their mama want to say they want to help us out, but we haven't gotten
So
anywhere.
Do we just put out a formal?
We've already done
I
it.
know, we've done it, but we didn't get much of a response. I didn't know if
No.
we needed to put it back on our website and give a deadline.
It's been on the website.
It's not on there now. Or maybe I missed it. I'm not good on computers.
On the website for what?
Should we
Bids.
secure for just for
was
the
on there
left-handed
for-
guy's not going to be here next month? Why don't we
Maybe.
secure the money first, and then we'll know what we can flip and bid. Lord have mercy. These guys say, "Well, I'm interested." Well, how much?
That's right.
Ballpark it, and then
I think he's right.
Well, we
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
got a little catch-22 on that one. We can probably work around it, but they're saying, find out how much it's gonna cost and let us know, and we'll tell you what we can do.
Well, they're the ones that's going to build it, so they would know how much it's going to cost.
Yeah, well, the people that want to.
Because this bid, his bid's gonna be done with, it's only good for like, what, 30 days? So
It did have a
he
comment.
says it's gonna go up probably a little bit, so. It's frustrating. I know he's frustrated. I think we're all frustrated. Y'all been working on this before I even got on the council. Some citizens want it, some don't. And I know, there's been a lot of back and forth about, why it hadn't been done. But if nobody's bidding on it, what does that tell you?
We haven't found the right.
It's not like he hadn't tried. Lord knows he's tried.
Well,
He's gone to Ron Smith, I don't know how many times.
we do have people that are working on it. He has a couple companies that are working on
that's
it.
what he just said. But they're not
We've
coming
been
through.
having
They're
that
just talking.
for a long time, you know that, Steve.
Well, we haven't,
How long have you been on the council? How long have you been on the council?
since 2017.
Okay. And so this started in 2020?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're 5
5
years
years
deep.
of that, you've been on the council and nothing has happened.
Well, we've been trying to move it forward.
Well, my
That's
concern
what
about,
we're doing.
well, my concern about this is it doesn't cover the whole stage. So we're paying for half a cover of the stage for $35,000
It's a sun cell, yeah.
that's temporary. And from what I understand, to move it is going to cost about $35,000 when we move it out to the field.
Who'd you ask? We can dig a hole. We dug holes and moved 4 posts. I mean, it'll be up by then. I'm just saying, I mean, there's good and bad points on all, and we have to listen to the bad points, but nobody listens to our side of it, of why is it taking so long? I've heard stories, like I said, this happened and that happened, and this person and that person, which we're not getting bids. If you had bids, we'd already have done it. We're not getting bids. And we're not getting satisfactory bids either, even with the sales. I agree with you, Carol. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot for
It is.
covering
I mean,
half
it's-
the stage. I
Well,
mean, you
it's not
know.
a $78,000 playground, but it's a lot. It's gonna cover more than half. It just doesn't get the corners. The thing of it is, I mean, what's the fundamental problem? Why aren't people bidding on this?
Steve, what was the last thing that happened with the guys that we talked to? And I gave you the information.
Just a job nobody wants to do.
They said that if they came out and did it, the cost was going to be overwhelming because they would have to have their own engineering done for insurance reasons, and that would be cost prohibitive for us. But they gave me a list of 3 other contractors that they said may be interested in it, and I've reached out to them and have not heard anything back from one of those, from any of those 3.
And probably they're, with all respect, that stage sitting up there, they're going to be wanting to know what the structure was, how it's built, yada, 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 before they start plugging in pieces of steel in it.
Yeah, one of them came
Because
out.
that thing's cracked all the way across the center. No offense to anybody sitting here, but that's what happened when they built it. So either they're going to have to come outside of that with a steel structure to make sure that it's going to have solid footing and dig new footers. I mean, there's a lot of things got to happen. My personal opinion is get together with the folks who've actually shown interest in funding and get them to commit to something so that it makes sense. If it's going to cost $250,000 to do, and we got $150,000 worth of folks wanting to participate financially, that makes sense. But if we ain't got nobody wanting to give us money, and they keep putting, it's just like Waste Management. How many times have I heard that name along with the amphitheater? It's got to be 50, and we've gotten nowhere with them. And the South Side Steel, that's a native son. That's what is it, Proctor, that owns that?
What's that?
Southside Steel.
Yeah, he's.
But I mean, he's local. I mean, he hasn't gave us anything.
Yeah.
They don't want to give us the steel, so
I mean,
we look like the bad guys, but the bad guys ain't here.
well, I mean, we're at a point now to where I think we have an opportunity to start all over. Even looking at putting it at a different site in the park, because that level, like you said, you got one end level, it's not flat, your costs are going to be increased anyway. We have an opportunity to start at ground zero and start all over again if you want to do it. If we keep trying, I think the reason we're not getting bids is because we keep trying to do over what's already there. And for some reason, we're not getting bids whether we like it or not. But there's, I think there's an opportunity to start all over again.
Well, let's see what, he's the big guy in our area. Let him.
When did he come
Just
out?
turn it into a bathroom.
He hasn't, that's what
Build
Steve
bathrooms
said.
down there.
Look at it. I'll send him back yesterday because they needed some more dimensions and a
Don't build
picture
one
of the
without a
metal
bathroom.
framework, and so I sent them all of that.
Or probably
Why don't you just build it right in the center?
Build it on some level ground, maybe. I
Yeah, I sent
don't
them
know.
nice long.
Build the
emails,
bathrooms
give them
on that
history
end, that
it.
way
I
you
even
got
sent them a
bathrooms
bunch of
on
pictures
either
of
end
it
of the
in
park.
use to show them how we've been
Put your
using it.
stage in the middle. That's where they put the gazebos in the parks, right? And they play the bands. Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that works. Biggest, one of the issues with the sales, and I in some ways I like the sales, but the sound then will go out more to surrounding houses where the amphitheater is designed so it puts the sound straight down the park.
I'm
So
not,
it
we're
doesn't
really
bother
just
people.
worried about having activities out there. I don't know about, we're not asking the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra to come out here.
I just want to get it finished so we can get it off our.
And you're only gonna be out there a couple of hours.
Like here's some pictures that I sent to McElroy. He wanted to know how we're using it, and that was from the Wisteria Festival. I took pictures and sent those to him, and then also gave him all the diagrams and the framework plans and stuff because he wanted to see what was
That's
out
just
there.
a pop-up tent.
Yeah, that was all that was. We'll use
Put
it.
that
That was
on the
just for
beach.
shade.
Put a sail.
So he said he's gonna come out. So how soon can he come out?
Now,
We
with
don't
the
know.
holidays, I don't know. Right.
Well, I think it's indicative that we should be embarrassed that we can't get anything done within 5 years.
I know COVID hit took part of it.
And
Yeah,
like I
because we
said,
at one time had the whole thing bid and planned and voted to continue with all of it. And then with COVID, it sort of put a stop.
and
We stopped everything.
We found
for
out
3 years.
last week, we can redo ordinances, we can redo plans. I'm just saying, you know, you gotta, we're gonna have, I don't know.
Yeah, because right now, Ron Johnson's also redoing his. The last bid we had from him to finish it was 32.4, something like that.
Was that in July?
That was last year. That was in
June last
20.
Well, with the July meeting that we were supposed to
Yeah.
get one the next day, and it never.
Yep.
And then the last
Well, and then he called me.
meeting before last, we were supposed to
Yeah,
have one.
I think I reported in at the next meeting that he had called me and said he got with one of his contractors that does that type of work with him, and they said the costs have gone up, we're gonna have to rework all
Look,
of it.
even on
And
your
I called,
design,
actually, I sent an email again.
even on your design, the sound's not gonna be that good either. It's just not out there in the open air like that. Because you're not building the LA Bowl, you know, where,
It does need to be finished though, man.
yeah.
It's a burden on.
Tell them, crank it up.
I think we're all in agreement on that.
And we all look like the bad guys when it's.
Halfway done.
I mean, we're really back to where we have opportunity to start all over again.
I don't think so.
But you haven't done nothing in 5 years, Stephen,
He didn't agree.
you know? I mean, and it hadn't been from lack of trying, it's just we hadn't had the results. So that's,
Yeah,
well, we need to know, we need to know.
I think it's more now. We have more interest in it now than we've had in the past.
You have more negative interest in it too.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it's all been positive.
Mostly from outside people, if you look at the people signing a petition and the trick or treat.
Yeah.
That's because that's who's there, probably.
Well, that would be accurate.
That's how many locals you had come to your trunk or treat.
Well, it's a lot of people that came were out of the city, but they were still Williamson people.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't pay for it though, so I mean, they're just gonna reap the benefits.
Yeah, I wish I could get my neighbor to pay for something in my yard. I need a new shed. Somebody want to build it, pay for it. Here, get the checkbook out. I need to borrow some money.
What would be the difference in say finishing that off just for bathrooms and then building, just getting an engineer come in there and design a stage, amphitheater stage out in front of it or something?
What, you want to do it in piecemeal?
That's our specialty here apparently.
No, our specialty is kicking the snot out of kings. That's what we do best. 5 years.
Can down the road.
That's right, buddy.
It looked like on the last bids that we got, the holdup was the roofing part and the metal structure. The two ends, one being the two labs and the electrical closet, and the other one being the green room, which we would use for storing the projector equipment, sound equipment, that kind of stuff over there. They all agreed that those just needed to be built straight up, basically boxes out of the split face concrete block like the rest of the stage and everything was built. It's already plumbed in for the 2 labs, all the plumbing's there, the water's already run there, and the septic tank and drain fields and all that's already in. We just need the vertical block structures on either side. Then if we wanted to cover it with a sail or whatever, then it would make more sense and we could put a back wall on it, because then we wouldn't have just a wind tunnel coming through there.
And you'd actually have sound projected.
Yeah, but when I brought this idea up, about the sails, and I said, hey, we've got some bids, and this might do well. I was talking actually to a church that had expressed desire in using, and they said, well, if we had a young kids group coming up there and singing, and it was just a sail, the sound would be lost. But if they had an enclosure, so they would be more protected and the sound would be projected out better, and it would be so much better. I said, well, maybe we can work out something where we can build the labs and the green room and the back wall, and then if we want to cover it with a sail or something, that might be the answer. That might be the thing to
It
do.
doesn't have to be a sail. I mean, I'm just saying, the sail is an alternative.
Yeah, because we were just looking at that.
At least when you're doing the Wisteria Festival, to keep the shade off of them.
Well, how much stage is left?
But the sound, I mean, they got amplifiers. I mean, the sound, you don't want to be blasting the Burgess out of their house up there on the other end.
No, but putting something behind it's going to blast all
You
the
don't want
sound
to.
toward these folks and everybody else that lives on
But,
the other end.
That's it.
It's almost like we were to if we could have put the amphitheater on the other end and blasted toward Dollar General.
And I think there's a lot of fear of it being overused, but I just don't see it happening. I see it at the most,
well,
6 times a year.
That's the one from McElroy, and the top one's got those dimensions. So after those are out there, it's 30 feet wide across the back, and let's see, it goes out wider toward the front, so it looks like it's about 38 feet across on the front of the stage part after the.
So it goes like
restrooms.
this?
Yes, it goes like if I'm back wall on the stage and you're out in the park, it angles out like this a little bit. So you got a smaller lab, and then a little bit bigger lab is the ADA compliant, and then there's an electric closet, and then on the other side is the green room. But it goes out like that to project the sound straight down.
Straight
the park.
out.
Yeah, instead of being straight walls where the sound will bounce back and forth inside, they're angled a little bit.
Perfect.
So it's like 38 feet across the front and 30 feet across the back. It's 4 feet wider on either side.
I mean, how many times do you think it's really going to get used? I mean, honestly, like it.
Look, you got to advertise. That's the only thing.
We can't even get a bid on there.
We've had people from the music barn say they wanted to come out and do shows. They wanted to have a bluegrass and barbecue type of festival out there. We've had churches say they'd like to use it. One of the churches, the Methodist church, has sunrise service, on Easter. That'd be great if they had something like that. Yeah, y'all do it on the hill now. And Ivy Methodist.
Well, that would be great if it was right here in the park.
so if it's raining in the park, we go there.
Well, then you'll have your sail.
Come on, man.
April showers, Stephen.
Stephen, come on out. No, it's raining.
Bring an umbrella.
Well, people like to see something for their money. So,
I tell you, I make a motion that we reject all the bids for the sale, and we just somehow or another hope McElroy rides into the sunset.
I can contact them. I think they're working on, like I said, I just emailed them again yesterday because they did come back and they wanted some more
Well,
dimensions on.
We got a motion on the
trusses.
floor.
I second.
We got a motion, a second to reject the sale bids. All in favor? Okay.
You reject the sail bid?
Yeah.
I see McElroy, isn't he doing the church? They got.
Yeah, the Methodist
Yeah,
church.
yeah, they're doing that too. I mean, they got stuff all over. I was just out towards Eatonton, and they had stuff.
Scarborough, they get them all.
We're in Scarborough. That's a good idea. That's what-
He gets-
Well, I mean, the thing of it is, if we
I have
can,
not talked to Brett.
why not just make an appointment, and I'm gonna be gone, but make an appointment with McElroy, whoever to make that decision, say, hey, guys, would y'all like to put a sign up out there and participate in some of the expense, and what would it be? I mean, we can send emails all day long, or somebody's gonna write a $50,000 or $100,000 check, they wanna see somebody, I guarantee.
I told Dee, I said, hey, I don't care if you call it the McElroy Amphitheater. If
Well, I mean, I'd do that in front of his face and just say, hey, this is what we can do. Put your name on it and do the drawing and see, and let him put it to us. But they definitely are doing enough business to make enough money for that.
Well, they implied that they wanted to help do something for the community. So that's why I sent them all the information on that.
And they may be willing. I mean, some of the stuff they're working on is upsetting the community. So, you know, something positive like this might.
Yeah, tell them we'll give them some break off the gas station down on 362.
I will talk.
What
to
was
them
the vote on that?
to reject the sale?
It was 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, speed controlling device evaluation process progress. I thought they might have them up today, but the signs that records the speed, that's our first step. You know, once we have been requested to put speed controlling devices in an area, our first step is to get the sheriff's department to put out the trailer that measures the speed, and then we look at what's the 95th percentile of the vehicles coming through, and then if it looks like, yeah, we need speed controlling devices there, then it's a poll of the area that wants to have it done. And I believe it said, was it 65%, something like that, that people had to say, yeah, we want the speed humps. So we're in the process now of the trailer being located on Ashley Glen Drive and measuring the speed.
Okay.
So they contacted me again today. One of the investigators and also Major Neal contacted me to verify the speeds and where we're going with it. And I told them to put it right beyond where Pine View comes out. Like when you come in Ashley Glen, you got Walnut on the right, which is Huntington left. The next was Pine View, then right beyond it, like toward Miller's.
Yeah.
And I think because Scott Rohde is one of the main ones that wanted the speed hump, so I thought if we can get that measure right in that area, that might tell us more than about anywhere else.
No bad spots right there where you turn into the pool, that long straightaway.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, even though there's a stop sign there that,
It's a pretty good way down to Windsor.
yeah, and they can move it. In fact, I needed to tell them, they said, how long do you think we need to keep it there? I said, I don't know if we need like 3 days or a week, in one location, we might move it. We just need to get a measurement. I don't know if the days of the week are going to vary that much. So what do you think, like 3 days?
I think a week would be
a week in
excellent.
one place and
Yeah.
then move it down to another
Either
place.
a week
Okay.
in
I'll let
another
them-
place.
What do you think? I mean, it's because of school and everything else. It's, 5 days, 6 days.
A week.
A week, just let them put it out a week and then move it.
Yeah, you get the weekend
All right.
plus you get the week.
All right.
Those are challenges. People want to see how fast they can get it.
I was just at a
The
meeting.
results are skewed.
I was just at a meeting and the city said, we scrapped that idea because 2 days after they put up one of those "Your Speed Is" signs, somebody put a little sign underneath it and wrote "Current record 85." Yeah. So
Well, have you seen where people are running down the sidewalk to see which one's,
you run the fastest.
which one's the fastest?
That's pretty good. All right, next item, zoning text amendment discussions and work. Now, we can't make zoning text amendments here like this on this type of a platform, so I just wanted to get that out first because we have to follow the Zoning Procedures Act, zoning procedures laws, which will require planning commission involvement in public hearings as dictated by the ZPA before we can do something like that. But I just wanted to mention, anybody that has any amendments, we know. And I think I sent it out. Did I send out to everybody the copy of the sign ordinance change? Yeah. And so that was one we knew we had to make. Thanks, Becky. Because our old sign ordinance did mention political signs, and you can't have to read a sign to decide if it's legal or not. It's a sign is a sign is a sign. You can't dictate by First Amendment and free speech rights what is on the sign unless it's profane.
Even a Georgia Bulldog sign?
Even a bulldog, good dog sign or something like that. Or my kid uses whatever orthodontist, or I've got a,
So let's start
graduate
the
student
process back to the planning commission to read this and change it to us.
Yeah, they go, the planning commission will meet and look at what items we want them to look at. And then they will talk about it, what they might want to do, have a public hearing saying this is what's coming up for change. And then after they do that, they'll make a recommendation to us, and then we're the body that can officially make the change.
How does these other cities get away with all these signs? I mean, we seem to be a little bit persnickety about signs and the separation thereof. You go to any other city and they're all over the place. So if there's a
Well, we
state
can
law,
allow them,
what is the state law that you're referring to?
the state law that you can infringe upon their right to put up a sign because of what it says.
Well,
You can
what
do-
is the OCGA of that specific state law? I look for it. I can't find it.
Yeah, they don't really address it.
So then
It's a
there's no
federal
law that would govern it then.
It's the First Amendment.
But there's got to be some
They leave it up to home rule.
well, if it's home rule, then that's us.
It is,
So it's not them telling us to do it. We're deciding to do it.
but we can infringe on First Amendment rights in doing it. And that's where if
But
you
there
say
should be
sign-
Supreme
Are
Court.
we making up stuff here?
Is that what you said?
I don't know if we're making it up, but I haven't seen anything, because like I said, you go to another city, and good Lord, it's a sign.
Griffin's that one?
Or you go to Peachtree City and there's none.
Well, they had a sign ordinance where they lowered it.
All right,
I get that.
Yeah, and we.
I get that.
And so we can do that.
But my point to it is, though, it's not a law necessarily. That's what we want to have. I'd rather it be honest than be saying, well, we're doing it because the law says we got to do X. And we've got our
We are doing. it because the law
esteemed
says we have to
city
do that.
attorney here, and sir, can you address that?
We cannot differentiate between signs because of what they
What's your
say.
specific question? What's your specific question?
What is the actual law that is making us make this change? Because if you go to any other city, they don't seem to differentiate between a church sign, a Georgia sign, whatever sign.
Truck sale.
So what do they, if you get sued, if the city gets sued as a result of either not putting a sign out or putting a sign out, what would they be sued under what law?
But your question is the distance from the road? What
No.
is,
Well, the distance from the road should be the same no matter what the sign says.
I know. Okay, so what's your question?
No,
The question is you go to any other city, they've got all the flavors of signs that you can imagine. And the mayor kind of insinuated that we cannot do it based upon
Can't do
the
what?
first.
our
I'll have to have.
our zoning is incorrect because it has political signs.
It's
That's,
basing it upon what the sign
we
says,
can't
and
say
can't-
political signs. We can have any signs we
What
want.
law or what case or what are y'all talking about? Because they're all over the southeast. I mean, I see them
Right.
going
What,
That's right.
what is all over the southeast?
signs all over, different
Yeah,
kinds of
right.
signs.
Exactly.
So
A
we
sign
can't-
is a sign is a
So we
sign.
Yeah.
can't
But our ordinance
differentiate.
says political signs. And
Well,
so
what-
that's what we gotta take
Just
out.
take political out.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have thought the First Amendment is only regards to religion.
No.
Okay.
That's speech.
So you're saying that we could get sued if we said the political
You're-
signs must be 15
Yes.
foot and the rest of them can be up the road.
Right.
And based on just the First Amendment. So who's going to
The
sue us over that?
Constitution.
Right. I got the Constitution part of it. I did go
I
to
can
school.
sue y'all over it. I mean, anybody could.
If we didn't let you do it, but we
Right.
obviously let them do it. So why would you have to do an ordinance, I guess is the question.
Well,
Just
you don't
taking out
want to
the
have an
political
invalid ordinance out there.
So we
We got
got
a
an
ton
ordinance
of
right
that.
now telling people
Well,
that they can and can't do certain things with political signs. And that ordinance is not legal.
So we need to change it.
So pretty much they can do anything they want to with the political sign.
Just like the
It's like any other
Just
sign.
like any other sign. Yes.
Can't we get Three Rivers to help us look through our zoning and tell us what we're doing illegally? I mean, isn't that one of the things that they'll do for
At least
us?
they used to do that.
I mean, here's,
Sure would
here's
be
an example.
nice.
And
You can't say that a Methodist church can have their sign this close to the road and a Baptist church has to have their sign
That I got.
this. It's the same principle. You can't distinguish between.
Types of
What the sign
signs.
Yes, right.
Yep.
Now, you
Says
you
open
can,
house or
you know, if
whatever.
it's
Well,
profanity or
I think what he really wants is the ordinance from the state. Because that's what he's
OCGA.
referencing. If you have what you're referencing, send it to.
First Amendment law, it's federal law.
We just need to change our ordinance so
Yeah.
we're not
Who's telling us to change the
infringing
ordinance?
on people.
Somebody that
We
may
need
bring a
to.
lawsuit against us.
Is it in writing?
trying to be
The
proactive.
ordinances, yeah,
Yeah.
we need to change it.
You know, right now.
Because
that-
he said it was state, now it's federal.
Well, it's both.
Okay.
It's both.
Okay. Get a copy of it.
With the state, we have to comply with the zoning procedure.
The copy of
I'm
the
not
United
smart enough
States
to pull it up.
Constitution.
Y'all put it up.
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, somebody's got a lot more time on their hands for something like this. if They do that.
We'll get a lawyer. We'll get him to pull it up.
I know we're one.
So that's all I'm saying is to try to keep the city out of trouble. I found that part of our ordinance
Is wrong.
is wrong because it specifically says political signs and you can't differentiate between signs. A sign is a sign is a sign.
Okay, so
And so we need to pull that out and I rewrote it and I sent it to everybody. But now it just says temporary signs and I took out wherever it addressed political signs and made it generic. So that all signs are treated as.
So this needs to go to planning, but how do we get to planning and get that part of it?
They have a regularly scheduled meeting every third
We still don't know if we need to change it.
Thursday of the month, so we will pass that on to them and say, this is the change that we need to make. And they will look at it and make sure it's in keeping with our code, have a public hearing and give us a recommendation. So advertise the public hearing between no sooner than 15 days prior to the meeting and no longer than 45 days prior to the meeting.
So we don't vote on what we're sending them to think about. We wait until they get.
Right, this is a discussion, just on the things that we might want to have changed. Another one might be, we talked about the abandoned and nuisance properties. That's why I sent that one out. I think that one's pretty good. We revisited that one a few years ago and tightened it up. So I think that one's all good. I think that one has stood some tests through some other municipalities and hasn't been challenged. So I think that one's good. The only change in that was what's the word? The houses, like the drug houses is the word for it.
Meth heads.
Yeah, there's something like if it's suspected illegal drug activity, it comes under a different classification now. So that's the only change that was made in the state law because of that.
Well,
Okay.
Bobby brought up duplex zoning.
Right, duplex.
Yes, and that one I talked to the county and they sent us a copy. I think, Rob, I don't know if you got you one or not, but I asked them to give us a copy of how what they did when they removed that zoning from their zoning classifications.
So,
They got rid of their duplex zone.
so the county doesn't have duplex zoning.
Correct. It's easier for them to do that because I think, if I remember right, in the discussions that went on between the county commissioners, when they did that, they basically said if somebody wants to live in a duplex, they need to live in a city. And that was their justification that they didn't need to have that in the unincorporated areas. Because there they said bigger properties, bigger houses, whatever, if you want to live in a duplex, the cities have them. So now we have to be careful to not come under DOJ scrutiny by discontinuing affordable housing. So we've got to make sure that it doesn't look like we're trying to not allow lower income people into the city. And they use that sometimes when you try to get rid of lower zoning classifications. So that was why I asked the county the question on how they did it, because I wanted to see what we need to change for ours. Is it, you follow me there sort of?
And they said, go to the cities. That's
Right. They did based on the availability of rental
We got
houses.
pretty high percentage.
Well, we do, and
Yeah.
we did a study on that. We had 43% of the city was rental properties. That was including duplexes, rental trailers, rental houses, anything that was not a long-term or owner occupied.
Campers.
Yeah.
We have people living in campers?
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
We have people living in campers?
Not supposed to. Not
I
supposed
hope
to.
not.
Not supposed to.
But we went through and looked at owner, as best we could, look for owner-occupied houses versus houses that were for rent. And it's sort of difficult, because you might have somebody that's the owner and their name's on it, yet they're subletting it out to someone. It's hard to catch all those. But the best count that I could come up with was 43%, which was just about at the state average and a little bit higher than the national average.
Well, I know when we had the issue of the rezoning of that property for
Yes.
duplexes, that became a pretty hot topic
Yes.
for residents.
Yes.
Probably not
I
too
think
many duplexes in Alaska.
One of the residents wanting us to be proactive to eliminate duplexes, which I agree. I mean, I think we need to
We could probably,
go ahead and get the ball
it
rolling.
seems like we could probably eliminate it based on how many we already have.
That's right. We don't-
Yes.
anymore.
Well, that's the thing, that's sort of our
Just-
argument, is saying we already have 43% of our residential dwellings are rental. And so that helps us a lot of things.
I mean, when they build Ashland Glen all the way out, that's gonna be another 100 houses, that's gonna knock that.
That's gonna lower that percentage, yeah.
But I don't think it will.
So I can I still be able to rent my house out
Sure, nothing can stop you right now.
You got duplex?
right now?
Right now, nothing
Right
can stop you.
now, what are you
So you
saying?
can make a duplex out of it?
Huh?
You gonna make a duplex out of it?
I got rid of
Divide it into 2 houses?
See, we had that issue come up on
Oh,
Purchase
God,
Circle,
yeah.
because that was single family residential zoning, 1,500. And they went in and split one of them and made a duplex. We had to fight that one for a while before we ever got that one.
Almost went to court.
Yeah, it just about did, because they created an illegal duplex on a single family residential zoning classification.
So you can't do that.
Well, it's been awful quiet about that piece of property down there since it was turned.
I do remember
Yeah.
that. I do remember
Better
that.
to
Big
ask
argument
forgiveness.
about
It was
that.
close.
permission.
Mayor, another issue you want to visit is your permit process. You know, where we run into it where if you build a porch or
Yes.
put a fence up and
Yes, that is the other item. I've got notes of that somewhere here, but
Now,
and what he's referring to is like if you build something without a permit, right now, our ordinance basically says you can't do that and you've got to be in compliance before we can issue a permit. So in other words, if you built something without a permit, they're saying you have to tear it down, then get a permit to rebuild it. That's maybe a little bit unrealistic, so we're looking at some other municipalities and the county and how they do that. And it may be, okay, if you do it and it can still be inspected and it is still, proven to be a legally built structure, yet you just did not get a permit, then there would be a fine of maybe 2 or maybe 3 times what the permit would have cost. But it still has to be able to be inspected. The reason I say it that way is, let's say you built a room onto your house and didn't get a permit, and you put in wiring and plumbing, and then you put up sheetrock and
Close it in.
closed it in. Now it can't be inspected, so there would have to be some demolition done there to be able to look at the wiring and plumbing to make sure it was done up to code. So, but that's the kind of things that need to be in that ordinance. And we don't have that in ours right now. So that's the kind of thing that I want the planning commission to look at and maybe pull up under maybe Muni Code, other cities, and see how they do it, and look and see how the county handles that as well. Speaking of that, with the county, we're running into some difficulties lately with the county not liking our code, I guess, because they want to enforce the county code on things that happen in the city. And we have repeatedly told them that's not the way it works, because our code is different than the county code. Our lot size requirements, our setbacks, a lot of things are different. So we don't build to county code. They don't build to our code. There's some things that we do that we require a building permit and the county does not. Their job is to enforce our code, not theirs. And the agreement that lays that out is the intergovernmental agreement that allows the county to collect impact fees inside the city limits of Williamson. They're getting over $6,000 per residential dwelling inside the city. And in return, we're supposed to be able to get that function from their planning and zoning office. If they cease to provide that function correctly from the planning and zoning office, I would recommend that we cease to allow the collection of impact fees inside the city. That's just me talking personally. I think that we need to make sure that their end of the bargain is held up if we're going to hold up ours, because that does keep the cost of houses a bit higher, because that is added in to the purchase price of a house. That's $6,000 something for impact fees. So I would like to see a better relationship between the county and the city when it comes to enforcing our city codes. It's, for instance, let's say somebody is shooting in a backyard in the county. It's completely legal. Somebody can't shoot in the backyard in the city. It's not legal. We have different rules in the city. So the sheriff's office even has to know, like, is this a violation of city law, or is this a violation of county law, or is this a violation of state law? Like Title 40 traffic code, they know they can enforce everywhere. But then our specific civil laws inside the municipality may differ from what's allowable in the county. And so we run that same kind of thing when it comes to planning and zoning. is our city laws, municipal laws may be different than the local government or county law. So I just want to make sure that we have everybody on the same page when it comes to that. So I think all of that put together is, yeah, we need to come up with everything we need the planning commission to look at as far as our zoning text amendment, to make sure we make our zoning code what we want.
I thought we had signed that 8-inch book with Brandon,
Yes.
and he agreed to
Yes.
that.
Yes.
So
that-
how
that is
can they
correct.
back out now?
That's exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, or how can they change the rules? Yeah.
No, we can just quit, we can start collecting the money and heck with them, we'll do our
Yeah,
own.
we can. That's oh boy, that's a nightmare. I tried that years ago, and to be able to collect impact fees, it's an important fee, and it's very worthwhile, I think, to collect them because of what it does for your communities, because every house that comes in has an additional house, an additional cost, but it's really hard for a municipality to be able to do that. There's a lot of hurdles to jump through to be able to collect impact fees, and we probably couldn't do it. I think it cost us like a $60,000 study before the county could collect it. Wow. Cost of community services and all the things that went into that. Because every time you have one more house built, you don't have to buy another deputy's patrol car, but maybe when you put in 300 houses, you do. So you got some factor in there that goes into the impact fees. Next thing, Carol, we got, I guess
We're still talking zoning?
Yes, yes.
The fence zoning,
Yes.
how do we change that?
Well, that's what we
change that the same way?
Yeah, that's what we're just talking about, the things that were done outside of it. Now, fence zoning, yeah, that is.
Does the
another-
county have a fence?
No, the county does not
Let's
require,
make us like the county then, if we're gonna make us, you know,
the county does not require a building permit for fences.
Yeah.
We do because that's the only way we have to ensure the setbacks. But now,
well,
If
you
we wanna
ensure the
change it.
setback of 4 feet, that denies the owner. Yeah, the owner, it separates, 8 feet between fences, that's too much, I think.
It does
in
seem,
my
I think
opinion.
so too. I mean,
And it looks
I mean,
good.
got
nobody
this
cleans it.
trashy area in between the two houses because nobody's
And the
responsible.
thing of it is, if you got 8 feet between, you gotta use, well, I gotta buy my own fence, you gotta buy your own fence.
Right.
If we can put it a little bit closer, we can go,
Share a
hey,
fence.
you can share it and
And you keep
maintain
your
it.
side clean and I'll keep my side
Yeah.
clean.
And I just think that if the county doesn't have
as long as those
one,
people live there.
if we're gonna use, because the county doesn't have it, we don't have to have it. Why not? Why do we pick and choose when we say that? Just do
Yeah, I
away
don't
with
think
the
we
fence
have.
thing, I think we.
Yeah, I don't think what the county does should dictate what we do at all, but the reasoning behind the 4 foot
I
was
know, so people can get their mowers.
so you
between
could
the fences.
maintain your own fence.
But
without
if you
getting
had,
rid of the property.
if you had your property inside the fence, you would maintain that. And now you got property outside the fence you gotta maintain. And you may not maintain it, your 4 feet and your 4 feet, that's 8 feet not getting maintained. Where if you took the fence to the property line, you'd have, that space would be maintained inside the fence.
I can
That's common sense.
name 4 houses in Ashley Lane, the 2 lots come together,
And
and
they
there's not
share
8
the
feet
fence?
between their fence.
Do they share their fences?
So they don't
Some
get
of them
along, they didn't share,
So
one of them said no, so they had to put an alleyway in.
let's clean it up.
Right.
And it's not 8 feet wide,
People want to go
maybe
by
4
it
feet
anyway.
from their side, but it's not 8 feet wide across.
Right.
If it's 8 feet wide, you could ride a zero turn in now, they're weed eating all the time.
That's right.
So
So it's like housing
put that up
setbacks.
for
We say that a house has to be 30 feet from the side yard.
Yep.
And 50 feet from the front, 30 feet
I
from the
want that
back.
put on planning and zoning. I want to bring that up and we'll slow on.
So if we come to planning and zoning, we can bring this up, planning and zoning, and meeting, ask to speak, or?
Oh, yeah, sure. I
We
mean,
just
their
send this
meetings
up.
are all open to the public. It's for advertising
We
meetings.
just now got from last meeting where we get notified if there's a planning and zoning meeting.
Every Thursday if they need it.
Well, we need to call it.
Yeah, it's advertised every Thursday.
They can work that out.
Call
We didn't get an email, say that's great. That's fine.
So if I show up here as the third Thursday in December, they'll be here.
We tell them they need to have a meeting.
6 or 7, we need to have a meeting.
Exactly right.
You can't do that as mayor?
Sure.
Will you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we do blighted properties or we ain't got there yet?
So what have blighted property?
Have we got there yet?
Well, I mentioned, I sent out the ordinance to everybody to see if that looked good. And, that ordinance lays out all the steps of what we do.
I guess in general, I was talking about the two we've already identified.
Yeah.
Have we gone forward with letters to those property
We
owners?
have not done that. Well, we did to the one that you and I visited quite a while back there on Old Fayetteville, but then they just sort of stopped doing everything they were doing there. It's still just sat there.
Yeah, and then the Little Street house across from two trailers that they cleaned up the
Yes.
front of it, they just dumped everything in the backyard right there. I think it's
Yes.
106 or whatever the person
Yes.
insinuated I was worried about them, but I didn't care about the trashy house, which wasn't true. I'd already brought it up.
Right, yeah, it's across from 85, whatever that is, 106.
106.
Yeah, can we send letters? Go ahead and get that started for a blighted property?
Yeah, I mean, it's in that ordinance that I sent out. I don't know if we send one first or if we have the attorney send
For
one.
future reference, it would be awesome, and I think we've talked about this before, when you are going to change an ordinance or whatever, would you highlight the area you're going to yank out and highlight and what's going in it? So instead of having to sit there and go cross-eyed trying to figure out what, instead of rewriting the whole thing, we could look at it and say, okay, he's pulling out these 3 words and he's putting 3 words in. Would that be possible?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think on that last one, I just see either before and after on that one.
Yeah, you
I just
did.
sent out. I didn't highlight what was coming.
Yeah, I looked at it, I'm going, oh.
That one was pretty
freak.
easy, sort of, but I can do that. I can go ahead and highlight that, because I've got the original, and I can just go in and.
I know we got 3 blighted properties, in my opinion. The Little Street house, the Old Fayetteville Road house, and the other one's so grown up now, the horse farm or whatever it was, you can't really just see that mess in there.
Yeah. That one, I went by again, the doors are standing open. It's getting to be where now you would consider it attractive nuisance, I think. And that falls into another category where you got public safety because you don't know what might be
That's one
going
over
on in the
corner.
house.
That's not
because
the
it's
city.
not wanted up.
Huh?
No, that's what they want to rezone it for duplex.
It's the duplex.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Well, that's on
On the other
Little
end.
Street,
You mean
and
next
John's
one?
house, and then
Yeah,
Edward's.
so maybe you can rolling on certified letters or whatever process we have to.
But we need a list, send a list
Of the house,
of,
addresses.
yeah, I
Okay.
need addresses.
I'll drop by there tomorrow.
And then I'll look at
They
the
can
ordinance
take
and
care
get
of
with
it.
you to see if it's me that needs to send letters or the attorney.
Is there an address for the Old Horse Farm?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
1288, is it? No, not.
Old Horse Farm.
Oh, sure.
Well, look at the meter, they got a water meter. You look at the
Next
address on the meter.
to Williamson
Just
Trace.
cover it up. I'll keep it around.
Yeah, Williamson Trace.
Yeah, show them that. Bring me an address.
He's looking at it.
Born and bred.
Georgia mandates that political yard signs disclose the sponsor's identity and funding
Your
source.
feet are freezing.
Placement of signs on public property.
I'm cold. I got it.
Yeah, it is. Those local jurisdictions can set their own time limits, but most require and all it is if you get fined for anything, it's like trash. They litter and fine.
Whatever they decide, up to.
But I don't, I'll find out. But I don't know about.
I mean, we did a good job getting some of those places on Little Street cleaned up. It looks a lot better. Really.
1241 Highway 362. Is that address for the farm?
That sounds
farm
familiar, I think I talked about that.
12
Green,
acres.
is it that green one?
There's not gonna be any metal
I think about Old
there.
Fayetteville.
Old Fayetteville
Oh,
one
oh,
is,
no.
You,
This is
hey,
the
you
green
could have
one on
offered
Highway
to bring
Edmonds,
everybody
green
dinners
one.
in that
I
place.
got you.
They don't get their mail there.
And it's a shame on that greenhouse because it still
You
looks
could
like
charge
it's
the
structurally could be.
I know.
that's
You could have,
McWilliams, the old
you could have
people
charged
who
it
moved
exactly
into
like
this house.
Big Joe.
Because the one not too long ago, it was a
You
little.
signed up for this, when I'm going, it's going to be the same.
It was.
So I've been pretty quiet.
That house on Old Fayetteville.
That's 337 on Old Fayetteville.
long ago that we
It's
since-
337, 337,
Actually lived in
9.75 acres.
years.
It's listed as Lauren Guild, Guild, and it's listed at that address. Let's see if they've got a recorded address or a mailing address.
You can send on.
They've got a mailing address on Bethany Church, I can give you that too.
Yeah, but is it
Don't
on
mail it
public?
there, there ain't nobody.
Yeah.
If I have the property address,
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Carol, you're the treasurer?
Not the treasurer, I just sign the checks, except for mine. Steve signed mine, so that would be rude.
That would be.
Yeah.
But face somewhere.
All
Serves
right.
you no purpose.
But you're able to do that because you're pro tem?
Because I'm listed at the bank as a signer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you
Going out
wanna
how
sign check,
trashed up
go
the
be listed at
backyard
the
is
bank.
on the street.
You can come by twice a week
One
and
of the
sign
two
checks.
because they have a condo.
Not home. I'm not home
I
enough.
know, I know.
It is a different household for anybody
Oh, it
with
is.
a bank or anything.
I got two
Y'all wanna
kids
get that?
that
I'm
still
saying,
need me.
hey, I
She and
wasn't
I'll get together.
trying to pass the
Okay,
buck. I'm good. I live right there, and I drive past her every time I go anywhere, so I stop by often.
And I got one at UGA and she's tearing me up.
Summons and a copy of the complaint to be served on the owner and parties in interest in such dwelling. So do I write summons?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Made in aware, in accordance,
We may just send out
clean your
a
stuff.
letter.
You can get a law license on their Facebook for $5.50.
Greetings, Merry Christmas, clean up your yard.
All right, so for the planning commission, we got the fence zoning issue, we got the text change for the signs, what was the other? Anything else for?
Permits.
Permits.
Permit procedure.
Well, I have one, but I don't know if it goes with them. The only way a person can change the zoning is to be the owner. So if a person wanted to move here, if they wanted to buy a property, they wouldn't know if it could be turned commercial until they had to buy it, and then it'd be turned commercial. Or how does that?
Yeah, that gets into speculative zoning.
But that's what happened with that guy who wanted to do the,
So the owner just has to come and ask for the
Yeah.
zoning change so he can sell his property.
that's
Well,
what
that
that guy wanted to do when he bought.
That's
the,
always been sort of a touchy thing, you know.
That's touchy for everybody, I assume, not
Because
just
you don't
us.
know, like what if he says, okay, I want to buy your house, well, I want to be able to put a business.
But I wanna
there.
have
So
a
now the guy
gift
goes
shop.
and changes it and gets its own business, and now he goes, nah, I think I'm gonna live here. You know, and now you gotta wait 12 months because there's been a zoning change, and so you gotta wait before you can come back.
So it's just kind of a problem everywhere.
Yeah.
And not only that, it affects the neighbors because then their house becomes potential
Well, I know, I
commercial.
understand, right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you gotta make sure it's not a spot zoning.
well, that's
And-
what happened with the guy with the back.
And that was spot zoning
Yeah, and
in the neighborhood.
All right, so we've got that to pass on to the planning commission for their next.
So we got enough folks on there?
how many people?
We are.
Is
short.
Robert back?
Yeah, he's, as far as I know, we haven't.
Was he at the last meeting?
No, he was not. So, but I do have another person that has just expressed interest in it, and it may be someone good. I don't know him, but he is the HOA president.
Scotty?
No,
Whoa.
he said he
Oh,
wanted
yeah, I
to get
saw that,
involved, and he was very interested in applying for some of the county boards. And I talked to the commissioners, and they have residency requirements of 2 years before you can serve on one of their boards. We only have like 90 days or something like that. Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I mean, he's.
Seems like it.
picked
You
up
know, he
pretty
asked me
well.
about it, so I sent him information. I sent him the thing that says what the planning commission does. And he said he may be interested. The other ones were like a Three River Commission and the Board of Tax Assessors at the county. And they have a bunch of openings right now at the county level, but almost all of them had a 2-year residency requirement. And
He's trying to come in and buy off a lot at once to do, you know.
Yeah.
That's,
I thought he'd been really good at the tax assessor's office with his background of accounting and financial and stuff there. but they said he needed more residency time. So I said, we got a vacancy right now on the planning commission. He goes, what does that involve? I sent him the stuff. But he might be a very good one. He asked what he had to do to get appointed to it. I said, I can appoint you, but then it has to be concurred with the council. So that sounds like he's interested.
We need the people. It's hard to get
So I will contact him. I think last time I sent him something about it was maybe yesterday or the day before when I sent him the thing about what the planning commission does. And let's see if he wants you back. Yeah, he asked what the duties were, and I mentioned that they advise the mayor and council on zoning matters and ordinance amendments and hold related public hearings as required by the state zoning procedures law. And then I sent him the copy of that, and I have not heard back since then. So,
May just be waiting on you again.
but I mean, I sent him all the stuff, and but he did ask how he would be on it, and I said, I can appoint you, but then the council will vote.
It's just once a month meeting.
Yeah. So I think he's sounded like he's very interested. And I will reach out to him again, then say, hey, I think the board would be good for you to come on board. All right, anything else for the zoning text amendment discussions? All right. New business, the caroling planning update. How are we along with?
We have tons of food to give out.
We do have that.
Divide it up first.
Yeah, we gotta figure out, Pamela has been compiling a list, and what was it, 16 or 17?
You got
18 people
Oh, good.
that can use the food. And
All right, well, good.
the caroling will be the 20th at 2:00.
I have a question. I've got a girl's bicycle that's in really, really good shape. Would that be something that could be donated to give to a family, or are we talking just food?
Adult or child?
It's child, 20-inch.
One of the families, one that might.
You know what I do? I set the bicycle down there by the free library,
Maybe grandchildren or something.
and they soon get going. I mean, I'm honest. I'm telling you, you set a kid's bicycle down there.
That's right, that homeless guy have a big time going back towards the dollar general.
I just don't know where to go with it, but it's
Put it
Too
on
nice for
put it
bicycle.
on the
And I don't want
Facebook page.
my granddaughter said she'd rather donate it than just.
I did call
That's awesome.
the
Cool.
DFAX to see if we could partner with them, if they had any kids or anything that needed anything at Christmas time that the city could help with. And they said they had turned everything over to Pike County Schools. The counselor there, Holly, what's her last
I
name?
just call her.
But,
Cantrell.
Kentrell, Holly Kentrell. So I called Holly and I said, hey, I hear you're in charge of handling
No.
Christmas for kids over DFAX
I have
right now. And she said,
Better
yes.
idea.
And she said, right now, we have all the kids that are on the list
Everybody's doing
covered.
pretty good.
But if anybody backs out or can't do it, or if we have another kid, they'll let me know. And they haven't yet, but there might be one of them. So that would be the person, Holly Cantrell.
Well, here's
Pike County
another,
School.
the church, Church of Joy has partnered with Moore Elementary, which is where
School.
Milla works.
Yes.
And
Millicent,
they have
point of
given
contact
out
there.
they have given out names of people there. Either talk to Milla or Church of Joy and see if one of those kids requested a bicycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miller lives in the corner.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah, right.
I just text
She would know.
It's just a nice
I
bike.
put them on Marketplace too. You put it on Citizens of Williamson, say, hey, free bicycle.
I just afraid somebody get it and trying to.
Yeah, I know, right. That's right. You want somebody that will use it. I agree. But that's awesome that your granddaughter wanted to do that.
That is good.
Bless
Anything
her
else-
heart.
Anything else for Carol planning? Carol?
I think we're caroled out.
All right.
Christmas parade.
Christmas parade.
Stephen's favorite.
Got a seat for Stephen on the.
I love that.
They got a lazy boy this year, Stephen,
Hey, I'll be in it.
but there's
The,
no doubt.
The,
Costume.
We wear a hat.
the,
I have a beret. Is that good?
No, you need a red hat and color your stuff.
Oh.
We
the
borrowed that
theme
from
for the
Steve-O.
float is, the Williamson Flyer. We're going to turn the, wisteria wagon into a red wagon with a handle and everything. And the red wagon is going to be loaded with toys. We have,
crayons.
blocks, crayons. I got some monkeys I need to, what were they called?
Barrel of monkeys.
The barrel of monkeys. I got the barrel of monkeys. I got
Wait
some.
a minute.
I've got to she's got to etch a sketch. We're going to have, Mario and Princess Peach. We're going to have a dinosaur. We're going to have
Oh.
G.I. Joe and maybe
Yeah.
even Barbie. Yeah. Okay, that's a possibility. And I have a penguin costume if anybody wants to dress up like a
Oh,
penguin.
I can see Stephen the thing.
I tried earlier. He disagreed with me.
Batman, Robin.
So-
He makes Mr. Potato Head very quick.
Oh, boy.
My penguin costume is pretty cool looking.
So is this pulled by a vehicle?
Yeah, my husband's truck's gonna pull it.
And we'll have a generator in the back. of the
It's got
truck,
lights
power,
and, you know, all that
sound,
kind of stuff.
Like Christmas music and stuff, and have some lights on it.
When is it?
It is the
13th
13th at 6
We'll
o'clock.
line up, be ready to go at 5, and the parade pulls out at 6.
Where from?
It starts at the high school and then, or the elementary school back there, and then comes up and comes through the square and goes back down.
Is the tires good enough on that thing?
No.
No, and we're gonna put new tires on it. I've got them ordered and hoping they're in maybe Monday, Tuesday of next week.
I swear we put tires on that thing every time we use it.
We haven't put tires on it. Still got the old.
What about the tires off the tires on that, metal thing back there that we
You
used
said
to, we put
Friday.
new tires
You
on
said
it
we
last
did
year.
Saturday.
We got a couple tires on that. I don't know
The
if they
13th.
would work, because these were high flotation farm wagon tires, and with a 5-star tire, I had to order them to get something to fit the wheels. But they weren't too bad on prices, so.
They're also there's also going to be a craft fair around the courthouse and all
Are we
kinds
gonna
of.
be allowed to throw candy out?
No. The only way you can give out candy now is if you walk behind, if you walk behind and give it to the kids.
Oh.
They do want trash all over the place.
If you provide
No
the safety
throwing.
So
glasses,
you can
toss
just sit
them.
there with a bag in your hand and eat the candy.
You'd be throwing at their eyes.
So anyway,
Give them an eye. Put your eye out.
An eye for an eye, Stephen.
I hear you.
Anything else we need to do on the planning, the parade planning update?
no, I think we got it.
We're good there?
Got that right. That's what we're gonna be working on this week. Monday, my husband's bringing the generator down and getting it set up. He's got it all planned.
Great.
It's even now.
I can bring the sound system.
Okay. He's planning on
So what do
doing it
you, what do
Monday.
you have for Mr. Potato Head? What do you got there?
I'm gonna order some if you're good.
Here, we'll find an Amazon. Check out Amazon.
Inflatable ones and you can feel blowing up the bottle.
Stephen, I knew you was leading with your nose on that one, buddy.
Make sure you wave at me. I'll get pictures.
All right, hey, that'll work.
Becky's going to live stream
Yeah, I did that too.
it. That'd be good.
It was on there.
I have drums.
But then I need a Mrs. Potato Head.
$44.
Well, there you go, $44
I don't
and you can be Mr. Potato Head.
Let me see.
Somebody's pouring or serving.
That would be money
Well,
well
whatever.
spent.
It's supposed to
We're
anyway.
done with that, but except for, I'd like to bring up the fees thing.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
We still gotta do alcohol license renewal.
Oh, I don't have that on mine.
It's item C.
I got it on this one.
I'm not on that.
Where's my head?
And he sent out one and made changes, and they got the original.
You got the old one, I guess.
I don't.
They had the original, you sent out an update.
Oh, they
I
have a
just don't have
derby.
it. It's right here, yeah, it's right
We
here.
have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got it. It's right here.
He doesn't. But for some reason, his doesn't
This
say,
was in everybody's folder.
his doesn't say alcohol on it, like this one does.
It's fine.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it does, right there.
I mean, it's not long.
Now it does.
That's
Thank you.
All right. The reason this one's on there is right now for a renewal, the vendor has to go through the complete application process that he did originally, he or she, they did originally. We have looked at other cities and they have a streamlined renewal process. Like if nothing's changed, they still have to get their background check, fingerprinting, some of that kind of stuff done, but they don't have to go through the whole 30-page, whatever it was, process. We looked at the city of McDonough and Noonan, I believe, were the two that we looked at. I think y'all have those there. And so we want to look and see if we can streamline hours like that. Any druthers on that? There's a couple examples. I think both of them have some things that need to be tweaked. There was some, I knew there was a misspelling. There was something on the, was it the Noonan one I saw on there that something didn't make sense on that one.
Is that regulated by the state?
no.
The license are issued through us and the state. Like they can't get a state license till they have one from us. And this is for ours, the one they had to get from us. And then once
So
they
that
have to-
if we shorten ours up, will that meet the state requirements, I guess?
they would still have to go and do the same thing at the state, whatever they have to do there. I don't know what the state requires. them to do.
All this
If
is
it mirrors the
instead
state,
of-
it'd be from just do one and done.
Yeah, they have to renew every year, and currently the city of Williamson only has the full application, so they have to fill out the full application every year to get their license renewal.
Can we
What we're
verify?
looking at doing is just doing it's basically a 2-page document,
They're
1-page
willing to wear
document that
that one?
says,
Yes.
nothing's changed from last year's application, everything's the same, done.
Can we see it?
Dang.
I mean,
They were
Says
sent the email
June
on
We
meeting
can get it the
docs.
15th.
No,
it's
my
too
question is, if they've still got to do the 30-page stater, then we could just accept that as our,
We have to have our own.
The first part.
well, I mean, we can put our name
Well,
on it.
actually, that too, and everything is supposed to be in the alcohol license portal, so this will be the last year that there will be paper applications at all. It's all supposed to be in the portal, but since we had problems with the portal, I had him fill out the paper application that was sent out last week for everybody to look at. But then next year, he'll just do it online, because like right now, he's already submitted his renewal to the state, because you start that in October, and I have the email waiting for me to just go in and approve it, which I can't do until the city approves it on our end. So his state license is on hold until we approve it here.
And when do we do that now?
Yes.
I don't know, can we vote and make that
Happen.
instantaneous?
Well, no, your vote, well, there's two different issues. We're trying to shorten the process to do the renewal every
Yeah,
year.
do we want to shorten our process to do the renewal basically, and then we'll work on this, or do we want to leave it and they can go through the whole process?
Well, I guess the question is, does the state have to approve
No.
anything that we're doing?
It's up to us how we do ours.
Do they pay again for the permit?
Yes.
Yes, they would still pay.
And if you look at, for instance, I'm looking at City of McDonough right now, they're still very high. In fact, that was the one that was a problem. If you're looking at the City of McDonough on their second page where it says alcohol ancillary tasting license renewal application, and it's got the prices, what they charge for beer. They charge $750 for beer,
Big one.
$750 for wine, $1,500 if you're doing both. But then it says beer and wine, $1,000. So it's got beer and wine, $1,500. I guess that's when you do it by the drink. Okay, that's a separate line. So they also have it broken out if they sell it by the drink. Beer and wine's $1,000, beer and wine and distilled
How
is
fast do you
$5,000. And ancillary tasting is $200 per incidence, I guess.
Always is.
So,
Oh, it doesn't.
yeah, so theirs were a bit higher. When we did ours, we
Currently,
recorded the lower end of the fees when we wrote our
Sure.
initial ordinance. Then,
Has the county changed theirs? Or are they still using the 30-page or whatever it is?
That's
They
all
don't
online
have-
for them.
what do we
The county?
The county doesn't have, the county doesn't allow it, right? It's dry.
Yeah, well, like McDonough and Henry counties do that.
Right.
And that's what Patel was saying, is when he goes to do it for them, it's all in the portal, he doesn't write anything. And it's just a basic, whether it's a brand new application that's 30 pages or the 2-page renewal application.
So how does the Rock Store, since it's in, I don't think it's in Zebulon, it's in the county, they sell beer.
It has a Maysville like it.
Well, but it's not in the city.
Well,
So the county's got to have
maybe
one.
they'll allow beer now, but not distilled. It's beer, but not distilled. That's why we had to have the requirement for distilled.
Okay.
Yeah, they can do beer.
What do we charge for a permit here?
$1,500 for the beer and
Can't
wine,
do that.
$3,000 for the
Seek another one.
We charge that much here too? Oh, Gonna keep your job if you don't pay that much. Recoup it. Does the
No,
company
that's-
you go to work for usually pay for you to have your permit? I'm just
That's the
curious how it
business
works.
permit.
Business? Is that the business
The
permit?
check comes from
Yeah.
Loyal 77.
Yes.
If I'm just a server working there, I
$200.
gotta pay $1,500?
No, not for a handler license. That's for the store to be able to sell the alcohol.
Okay.
The handler permit is 200, what, for
The handler permit's
It's better if
35.
you
35
get it
for
well.
just their permit.
So when we come in for the Super Bowl, you
Yeah.
give it to us.
Okay.
You don't sell it to us.
All right, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, it's 200 here at,
You just want
this one.
Get extra run so you don't have to drive.
There you go. So we'll leave our fee structure, everything the same, it's just whether or not we can streamline our,
I think streamline.
yeah, I think that's appropriate because it's a really long process to do the original one. And as long as we can still cover and make sure that they haven't been arrested for something that would make them illegal, we'll just have to still do the background checks, fingerprinting and all that kind of stuff. I think if everything else is the same.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't rubber stamp it.
Yeah.
Do they have to prove in that short that they still own that property or still own that?
Yeah,
Yes.
this document is basically them attesting to that nothing's changed. So like, and that's them. If something did change and we find out, then the state can pull their license. We cannot renew their license. So it's just I swear that my registered agent is still the same person. I still have my security cameras, all the things that we require on that 30-page document. This 2-page just says, yep, still doing it this year. we're
Says I
good.
further certify that I still remain qualified to hold the alcoholic beverage license in the city of Williamson. All information contained in this application and the supporting documents is true and accurate.
Should we have the city attorney do that?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
definitely have him look at it once we get it smoothed out.
before it goes out?
Mhm.
And how much longer has he got before he can't sell anything anymore? How
Well,
long?
actually, his license
just
needs to be
renewed it.
renewed tonight.
So, and it ends on December 31st, so he's renewed it. So we're just saying going forward, so they don't.
Okay,
Yeah, this will be
okay.
for like next year. This is the
But
next year.
yeah, he had to renew before December 31st. so he's
Okay,
already
okay.
renewed.
So
I
we're
was
making a
thinking that we
motion
had him
now for that?
handcuffed.
No.
Yeah, just tell me, hey, yeah, well, we want to do that, and we'll come up with one of these streamlined versions and run it by council. And then if he says, yep, that's good, then y'all can vote on it to change it.
And that'll be after
Streamlined
January.
version.
January.
Yeah. And that'll be on any renewals after sometime in January of next year.
Okay, perfect.
Head it out.
Yeah.
Good evening. Mr.
All right,
Cruz.
thanks for y'all being here. We
Take
appreciate
care.
it.
Merry
Hey, Jim.
Christmas.
Y'all, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
All right.
But the other thing is the actual approval of the license.
Executive session was next.
What was that? The other thing is
We actually
We need to approve the one.
approve their licenses.
Yeah, and,
We didn't have that
speaking of that, we have the application for renewal for Mr. Patel for the whistle stop and the distill, right? He's got both of them in. And everything remained the same, but he did go through and fill out the entire thing again. If we got results back of the background yet, everything's clear. So we need a vote to renew his license at the whistle stop and then another vote to renew his license at the bottle shop.
I make a motion, we approve his license for the whistle stop.
Got a motion for the whistle stop and a second.
Second.
All in favor? 5-0, and now for the bottle shop. So
I make a motion that we approve his, accept his license application for the,
renewal
bottle
for the
shop.
Second, all in favor? 5-0, thank you. Got both of those done. And that's all for that one. All right, now. Next thing on the new ones, we had a request to add Mayor Pro Tem election. The way that the charter reads is the mayor pro tem continues unless the absence or disability prohibits them from continuing their performance of their duties. And at that time, you appoint another one.
I'm looking at it, that's what it says.
Then why don't we elect one every year?
We didn't. I went back and looked, and we didn't last year. We continued everything else. I think we discussed it, but I could not find where there was a formal vote to reappoint. Because
Had a
The
formal
last,
vote.
the last informal vote was in 2022.
And that was Carol?
one vote.
Because it's my understanding that that's a rotating thing, so we all get a chance to do that in case, not we all, you all.
No, I don't think it.
That's not the way the charter reads.
The first paragraph does not, what's the first paragraph say?
So unless something happens. you
No, the
vote
first
for something.
paragraph didn't insinuate that, I don't think, does it?
I think the reasoning behind.
By
Carol-
majority vote, the city council shall elect a council member to serve as mayor pro tem, period.
Right, and you did that, and it was Carol.
And then it goes on to say how you replace a person.
Said if the
Shall
disability
preside over
or
any
absence-
city council shall assume powers due to the mayor for his absence. In the event of the mayor's disability or absence, the mayor pro tem shall be compensated. The city council by majority vote shall elect a new presiding officer from among its members. Permitting, it doesn't say that she's got to be incapacitated, as I read.
It says it right here.
If the mayor pro tem-
Did I skip a sentence?
City council by majority vote
And how
shall
did you
elect a
get
new
the
presiding
mayor pro
officer
tem
from
to have
among
election?
its members
Huh?
for any
Y'all
period
elect-
which the mayor
the
pro
council
tem is
elected her.
disabled, absent, or acting as mayor.
Was the mayor absent?
But I mean,
She's not in.
Well, he's been
so she's permanent?
Get a new, so just permanent
It was
position.
a regular
no way to vote
meeting.
out. That's all.
Yeah, that's
Mayor
what the
pro
charter
tem?
reads.
Okay, so the mayor doesn't
Disagreed, but you're the guy.
absent to elect.
If you want to change, you don't have to wait.
No.
Unless you-
Not
We're saying if the mayor
Change
pro
the
tem
charter.
has
Yeah.
disability or absence. that-
There's a lot of stuff written in charters though that.
But yes,
If the mayor and
So
council.
it's a lifetime, it's like
Well, it's
Queen of
just-
England? When
I
she
mean, when was
dies,
this
Obviously,
done?
if she was to be voted out of office, then we would have to have another.
But if,
we voted.
The
if
reason
anybody
behind-
wants it, I don't
Well,
care.
but the thing about
behind
that
Carol
is,
was she's been on the
you're not
board
gonna like
longer than
this.
anyone else.
Just
but
because
she has
you
worked
did it
with
don't mean
attorneys
it's right.
that handle municipal legal matters, and she lives just a few
Well,
feet
That's what
from here.
Let's go on with the thing, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, we can come up with all kind of reasons why and why not, but it's what the ordinance is. It's what the
Okay.
Charter
says
says.
and how it's interpreted.
Uh,
So how is it interpreted, Mr. Lawyer?
I mean, unless the mayor pro tem is, absent, then, I mean,
We elect another pro tem, then when she comes
disabled,
back,
absent, or acting as mayor.
then when she comes back,
she's again.
she moves
What's
back
a
into.
lifetime appointment,
So
man?
she's like the Queen of England?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, none of us are here lifetime appointments. We're elected at the will of the citizens. And
I don't disagree
whenever
with that.
her term was over and she's not reelected,
How's her
obviously there would have to
term?
be
I
another.
mean, you have a term.
Right, that's what we're saying.
She has a council term.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
is her term up when she runs for council?
And I know last year, I distinctly recall Tom saying, I would like to appoint Carol as the mayor pro tem again, and.
Yeah,
somebody
y'all brought
seconded
it up, and I'm not arguing. You
Yeah.
know, if y'all want to bring it up again, I'm not arguing. I'm not fighting for it.
I'm not arguing, I'm just saying that I know
Right.
we took a vote.
I mean,
Well, then-
I'm good.
You've done a good
We
job.
had a different,
I like you getting the arrows, the slings and arrows.
We got
about
queen
right
and
there.
king. We got king and queen up
I'm
here.
good with it. Either way.
The charter doesn't allow it, I guess we're just double what we got.
I don't think it doesn't allow it, it just doesn't
So-
discuss it.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
We never got into it, actually.
But it's up to y'all. If y'all want to elect another one, feel
I
free.
mean, if it was gonna say every year, it would say every year. If it was gonna say every 2 years, it would say every 2
And if it
years.
said lifetime, it'd say lifetime.
Well, nothing's
Well,
like
it
that.
does. It says unless they're disabled, absent, or acting as mayor.
So in other words, if she's
That's
voting
not
out of
even,
office,
that's not even,
It's right
if it
there.
lifetime,
lifetime
that's-
doesn't apply, Bob.
that's
Because
not
when you
even
voted out of office, you can't be a
practical.
pro tem anymore.
That's your charter.
Who drew up this charter?
I had no idea.
oh, no, Rob was sitting here last time when we made that vote and he didn't object to it. So, I mean, we reappointed Carol, so I guess.
I think it's
Two
fine.
different attorneys, two different thoughts.
1992.
There you go.
That's a long
We still
time
got two
ago.
more actually, so I'll leave it there. So you can see it.
Well, the only way you change is to the state legislature, and that ain't gonna happen.
Doesn't make sense.
Mm-mm.
This just says we can have.
Well, let's say she doesn't win the next time. Then we'd have to get a new, we'd have to get a.
So the next person who takes
Well, who's
it
gonna
would be,
run?
Who knows?
When's the election?
2 years.
Two more years from now.
Two
No, I'm not talking about council, I'm talking about pro tem.
2 years from now, when I
If she
lose.
loses.
we have an election. If she doesn't lose, she's still the mayor pro tem the way the charter is.
Boy, that's stacking it.
Why, you wanna be one?
Huh?
You wanna be
I'd
mayor?
like to have the chance. Wouldn't everybody like to have a chance?
It'd almost be nice if it said in the charter they would rotate, so that every member got a taste of it.
Well, I mean, I'm happy for y'all to, I told you, I don't mind. Anybody wants it, you can have it. Just be aware you gotta come by a couple times a week and sign checks.
Well, we'd have to get around.
Well, and actually, the check signing has nothing to do with that.
So,
I was gonna say,
still
that's
have
not
to
a
sign
duty
checks.
designated by that.
Dang,
Check signing, you just have to get your name on the bank account
okay.
as an authorized signer.
So far, I admit, I have done nothing as mayor pro tem except for the August meeting.
Yeah, well, that's all you do. That's
In
what
the
a mayor
past
pro
4
tem does,
years,
is that
I have
can't be
done
here
one
on my
thing.
day.
I would think
And you-
being pro tem, you would be privy to more information than just coming up here once every Thursday
Nope.
on a month.
Anybody can come up here as much as they want. And the only difference is
No,
if I'm
no,
not here, then they act as the presiding officer of the meeting in my absence. And that's the only difference.
And she only had to do it one time.
One time out of the last 4 years.
Yeah, because I pretty much,
What if I want to be person, when do we change our assignments? What if I want to be in charge of
Well,
personnel?
you say I'd like to be in charge of personnel, and I say, okay,
I mean,
have
is
at
that
it.
pro tem? Is that pro tem?
no,
Dirty?
No.
That's not pro tem. That's
everybody was
personnel.
assigned duties a long time ago, whether it was code enforcement, animal control.
Oh, yeah, we all had,
public
we really
safety.
did. We all had,
We went around.
There was
giving
a list.
everybody the collateral duties.
What are you doing, Steve?
What do you do,
Yeah,
Steve?
what was yours, Steve?
He was
What do you
on
do, Steve?
city optometrist.
yeah, that's right.
You're an eye doctor. You're the eye doctor to the star.
City candy
Taste
saucer.
No, you actually did something, wasn't it?
I had to-
with the
Communication,
the internet
yeah,
communication. You were- yeah,
AT&T,
because
or-
you got that one.
And then you came in and you took it over.
Yeah,
I didn't take it over, I just got it done.
Took yours.
There just seems to be privileges with the pro tem that the council, just we have
No,
a regular
there's not.
council. I'm saying the perception is,
But I'm just saying there's not.
I don't know if we believe that or not.
And
Some of us
what privileges would a mayor pro tem have that the rest of the
do.
council?
We don't know till we get to be one.
And there is none.
You're funny. You're so funny.
You don't have the secret handshake, you can't find that.
Yeah. That's true. You don't get it.
What else did he have on his list?
That's funny. All right, let's move on. I gotta go to sleep.
I got the
Okay.
fees. I got to want to talk about the
Been asleep for
fees.
Yep, fees.
What do you-
Okay,
What?
fees, so you got the list of, the current list of fees, what do you want to change?
I want to change to it that if you're a citizen here, you don't have to pay the fee. All you have to do is pay the $25 cleanup fee. Your taxes are already paying for.
Well, that's why we have a
That's
difference between the
So we
people
do
that live here and the people that don't.
And I'm saying for the people that do live here, they pay just the $25 cleanup fee that they don't have to pay to use,
Facility.
And we
Pavilions.
refund them if they live here, and they leave it, and it's in
I
order.
pay $50, or they get $25 refunded, for the cleanup, but they still keep the $25 for the thing.
The cleanup.
I want to do what, no, it's $50.
They
You
get
wanna tell us what it is?
$25
You
back.
probably got it right there in front of you.
If you
But
if you
the
leave it
difference-
clean, why are you getting paid charged anything?
Because
you
somebody
might
gotta
tear it
go
up.
check it.
Cost of the
Somebody
power
might tear it
and
up or
I
whatever.
don't get paid when I check the toilet paper.
Neither do I, but I've done it 50 million times and pulled T-shirts out of the
Yeah.
toilet and
Oh
everything.
my
Yeah,
God.
you're the
Good for you.
diver for
We
the.
need more workers like that.
Yeah.
That's part of Mayor Pro Tem duty.
Taking the trash out every week because everybody quit taking the trash out, but me.
Good for you.
I lost the skill.
Because you're old.
How you doing
Come on,
stealing stuff, man?
And I would definitely.
Getting
go
your
for that.
secret notes in there.
Actually, I got it
Secret notes tonight,
covered.
Bubba.
It's okay.
I mean, I apologize.
I got one to
did.
deliver though.
Get the paper out.
Thank you for doing this, right?
What else we got?
But I just don't think people that are paying taxes ought to have to pay a fee.
Anything at all, you think they ought to get it for free?
Huh?
Is that what you're saying? They should get it for free?
Yeah, because they're paying taxes.
Okay, Mondami.
Because they're paying for it anyway. Now, people
He
outside,
wants everything for free.
they pay. Yeah. I mean,
You know, our HOA charges.
Okay, for instance,
$50.
if you want to use the if you want to use the walking trail pavilion,
So it's the same thing, huh?
and if you are a resident, it's $50 and you refunded $25.
so you
If
pay
you're
a
a non-resident, you pay $100 and you're refunded $50.
I'm not talking about people outside. I'm talking about people, the taxpayers inside the city.
That's what I just said.
I know, but he's saying they should only pay 25 and get it back.
Like a
If
deposit.
we clean it.
If you clean it up good.
How much do they, how much do we charge the caboose crowd to clean up their mess every Friday? or
How much do
whatever?
they charge the city for their cleanup fees? I don't know what they charge. I think we
And
let,
that's a use of a public facility, so they ought to be paid the same thing as the folks that.
it is, caboose is, $50
That's what I'm
and
saying,
return
make it
25, or if it's a resident, it's 35 and returns 25.
Okay,
So what are we charging the
$10?
folks that does the caboose club every week? It should be the same.
Nothing.
Well, then everybody ought to be getting that.
Okay.
All right.
Am I gonna make
So
that
we'll change
motion?
the caboose that anybody can come use it for
Anybody.
nothing.
No, if
Only
you're
in the
outside
city.
the city,
Only in the city.
$50. Inside the city, a resident inside the city is $25.
Okay, right now it's 35, but they get 25 of it back, so it only costs them $10 if they live in the city. So you want to raise that to how much?
Lower it to
25.
zero.
Oh,
Lower it,
he said
Steve.
He wants to lower it
It's
to
just
zero.
saying, you put
Okay, you just
$25
said
down,
$25
you clean it up, you get 25 back, and you don't pay anything.
$35
Right,
for a resident.
right.
Change that to zero.
You
No,
gotta put
they're
some money up.
So we're giving them 25 to rent it?
What? Charge them a deposit, and then
You gotta
Charge
charge
them
them.
25 and then we refund it.
Yeah, but I think you
So
still
are we
need.
gonna have to pay a city employee to be in there while somebody that we don't know is using it? We have a lot of.
We don't have a city employee, but like,
Who's to say, have we got a librarian going
No,
on
I'm
there?
not voting on that.
that's what I'm saying, make it free.
No,
You don't understand,
I don't think so.
like with
So anybody-
with the library, I rented it for $50.
Right.
After this week, No,
I said, go
I
ahead.
rented it for $50.
Right, if you've been.
After the event,
it's
if it's clean, I get $25 back.
Correct.
What I'm saying is I only pay $25 for the clean. If it ain't clean, y'all keep it. But a resident stays the same. Non-resident stays the same. That way, as long as somebody somebody that's a resident,
So we pay, we.
you're not listening. Listen, as long as you have a resident using the pavilion, the pits or anything, it's free. As long as they're a resident, it's free.
Okay, so,
I go to the Caboose Club, it's free.
okay, so how do we pay the person that's got to be there while they're there?
We don't have anybody to
So we
it.
will allow somebody we don't know to go in the library and for nothing and use it for a party at night.
Yeah, we use it when
Because they
she's
live in the
there.
city. Oh, so we do pay somebody there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's gonna be there at the thing.
So if
It's
they want to
only-
use it
it's only-
tomorrow night from 8 to 10 for a
She's there
party.
anyway.
She ain't gonna be there.
I'm
between
just
eight
trying,
and
no,
10.
I'm listening to you, but I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna make this work because we can't just open up our municipal buildings to someone
Well,
without an employee.
It's
in there.
open right there,
And we charge them. So if
Charge
anything's
$50.
damaged or.
and you
not-
get 25 of that back.
Exactly, that's why we have it that way.
And if it's a non-resident, you charge them.
More, we charge them more.
If you're a resident, you shouldn't have to pay to use it. Shouldn't have to pay
But
to
we're gonna
use
have
it.
to pay somebody to be there while they're using it, right?
So when, at the pavilion,
We don't have to pay anybody to be there, but we still charge them.
But somebody goes
Use it.
by
We
beforehand
have to
and
go by
make
and
sure
stock
the
the
toilet
stuff
paper
and
and
then go
stuff.
back
And
afterwards.
go by afterwards, make sure they leave any t-shirts in the toilet.
You're gonna have a
You
hard
come
time.
up with the plan, Steve.
Well, we
That
did this
way
here.
we'll get it.
No,
But I'm just saying that a resident shouldn't have to pay to use city facilities like that.
You need something in there because of usage.
so what if we
You know,
do?
and it gets degraded over
You
time.
do it
So
however
you
you
have
want to
to.
do it. You leave it like it is. That's.
Well, I'm trying to work with you here. Like,
If you had a hall,
don't seem to.
okay, don't want.
you rent out the hall.
Okay, next.
and you give it.
I mean, what I'm going to suggest is if they have to pay
Same thing.
$50 to use it, they get $50 back.
Out there, you're making money.
What if they trash
It's
it? What if they trash it?
Well, then we get to keep some. I mean, that's the thing. See,
Keep
that's what it is
some.
now.
You should.
Well,
still
that's
be
why
able
we
to
have
make
these
money.
numbers now.
The city should be able to make money on that.
Make it.
I don't know
Already making
everybody in
it
the
by
city.
taxes.
You don't
Make
know
it for
everybody
the
in the
residents.
city.
I pay $480
You shouldn't have to pay to use that.
city tax, and so far.
I don't see how we can do that. How we can let somebody in
So,
your house.
well, what about
without charging
then
them?
you'll go for
You
the,
don't have to. Nobody's at the convenience.
So,
When
you're
they
gonna
have
rent
a
out
party.
the amphitheater so that the
so
church
somebody
groups can
checks
come
before and after,
and
So if they
say,
tear up the
Oh, that's even more. We get to pay,
but we don't get paid
Don't
for it.
pay extra money for the amphitheater. Then
He wants
somebody
to
has to
make
pay
Church
for
of Joy
it.
in the city.
I don't think
Got
so.
heads around here.
oh, they'll pay extra.
Well, what I'm saying is, you want to make it free, we charge
You
you to
can't-
use it,
you
but
can't
then
make
we
it
fund it
free.
if
We
everything's
have a
good.
cleaning fee, right? Keep the cleaning fee.
Well, that's what we have now.
And if I pay the cleaning fee
You already-
to use the library and it's clean, I get it back. I don't
I'm
have
just
to pay
saying, we already pay
$50
for it, these are taxes.
and get the cleaning fee back.
Yeah.
So he's just saying.
And I'm still pay $25.
But I'm not really.
I mean,
sure.
Carol uses it for Carol's book club.
What?
And
Carol
Carol-
didn't have a book club.
No,
That's
that's my sponsor. I
That's
sponsor.
okay. You sponsor, or
As an employee of the library sponsors it. Anything during time that we're there are sponsored.
that's what I'm
Fine.
saying. The time that when we have the art thing on Saturday, she's gonna be there.
You sponsored that. That's the difference. You sponsored that. I didn't sponsor it. I would have,
That's
but
what I'm
you
saying.
went ahead and
That-
did it.
That's what I'm saying. It's according to who does what, as to who gets what.
I'm an employee of you. I am there, so
I'm a
I
citizen.
sponsor.
Just like you.
No.
You're elected official.
And I would have been happy to sponsor it, but you went ahead and sponsored it.
Did you pay a rental fee?
Yeah, I sponsor it because that's what she charged me. But then I look on the Facebook page and there's Carol's Book Club and there's yoga.
Carol's book
And there's-
club.
It's on there.
It said Carol's book
It
club.
did
It
say
says
that.
Carol's
What?
Book
It was
Club.
Carol's.
It
Yes,
says
it does.
on the calendar. We'll change it tomorrow.
No, it's on the thing.
But I sponsored it.
Not Carol's
I
book club.
sponsored the.
Well, that's what it
I didn't
said.
know that, though. That's what it
I didn't know that.
I sponsored the book club. I sponsored Little Leaves. I do the yoga and anything else that we want to come up with because I'm working those hours.
I don't even know where I got the name Williamson in the name over there. I tell you what, it's unbelievable.
Oh, you think it's Carol's?
I think I don't know, but it sure ain't ours.
Because when your daddy got the library from the bank and had it moved over there, that was his legacy because he wanted Williamson to have a library.
That was your daddy.
Yeah. Name it Harrison.
I did name the park Harrison.
I think the
The
deal was,
agreement with the Edwards family was that if we ever named it after anybody, we had to have.
that was if it became part of the library system. And it did not.
That's what we had.
Okay, so goodbye.
So we're leaving the fee schedule as it is. or-
Is that everything? Make most to adjourn?
Wait, you did
We gotta do
Executive
the, wait, we gotta do the
City Hall
executive
open.
session.
City Hall open too. You had that list of City Hall
The next
open.
thing that, Councilmember
Oh,
Harrison had down here was the city hall open.
Well, that ain't gonna get settled either. Withdraw that.
Next thing he had on here was the duplex zone.
Oh, we did that.
Next thing he had on
We
here
did that.
was
I marked
the
those out.
stumps.
Next is that.
Next thing is personnel executive session. So I have a motion to enter executive session for the purpose of.
Did we not talk about the resolution about the communication?
That was on there.
It was on there. Yeah.
We did not talk about that. Is
I
that
didn't
binding? Is that binding?
No.
It's not binding?
First of all, I've never seen the resolution, but
It would be in the minutes somewhere, so there was a motion.
as
there.
I understand it, you contend, or y'all contend that you passed a resolution that instructs the mayor to write an email to y'all every week.
Just something briefing us.
I mean, if he has a meeting or something, just keep us informed.
So resolutions are meaningless? They have no teeth whatsoever?
Well, I mean, so if they drew a resolution that makes you come sweep the floor here every week, that's not any different.
Climb a flagpole and sing Yankee Doodle
I
Dandy
mean,
every Wednesday.
Here's an
Well, I'll
idea.
tell you, if y'all
Oh,
passed
man.
it, I would feel like I needed honor.
His
mean,
response is to call the clerk and ask her. That's what he is.
I'm not above it.
And is there
Yes.
something wrong with that? You know, if I communicate with the clerk, everything that I do, we talk pretty much daily. Anything that's going on, she would know.
What's
So
the
we
problem
talk,
with this shit?
well,
It's an
she
email
doesn't, no.
once a week saying, hey, I did this, this, and this. Thank y'all. Or
Yeah, I mean, just like the conversation with McElroy. I mean, that seems like that would be a fair thing. I mean,
And I just told you. And
wait a minute. Let me get it out of my mouth first. Is you're talking to folks, and then we come in here not knowing, and it doesn't have to be McElroy, it could be anything. And we go, hey, what happened to so and so? Well, I talked to this guy, talked to this guy. It'd just be handy so that you're prepared. In fact, I did see the email traffic about folks that are freshly elected getting information so they can be up to speed. Why doesn't the sitting council have that same privilege?
And you do.
We do not, because we don't get,
Well, that's
we did not get the emails, Mayor, and I'm done with this after this month. But we passed that when Rob was here. Rob said it had teeth. We passed it again, I think, just before he came here because Rob couldn't find the original one. But
So all right, you said it has teeth. What's your repercussions then if he's not doing it? What are you gonna do? Exactly.
well, Red Mandamus would do it.
So he
but we don't
can't
want
be
to do
courteous
that.
enough to the people that he works with, but he wants to call us out.
I'm not
being
saying that.
courteous.
I'm saying that you can't pass a resolution to make one of y'all do something. I mean,
Make us sweep before, and so we can do a damage.
you know, I mean, think about that. I understand what you're saying, but that's a communication thing between y'all.
Well, we've asked for it, couldn't get it, so that's why the resolution, that's
Well,
what Rob told us to do,
ultimately,
and
you
that's
know what the
what we did.
resolution is?
Nothing.
We get it right here when we get the agenda, the 3 days ahead of when we're gonna have our council meeting, what we're gonna talk about. It's usually the same thing that we kicked down the can 25 times already the week before.
And I'll
by the way,
ask, is there anything else to be added to the agenda? Let me know, and I don't get anything until usually the night before the.
I sent it
And he
twice.
sent it and it didn't get put on there. Thomas sent stuff before it's never got put on there. And then it's like, oh, well, you can just talk about it when it's your turn to speak.
And you can amend the agenda once we get there or something comes up.
It doesn't
But I
have
do
any of
try
us
to
other heads
always-
up that something's coming or what's
No.
going
I
on.
always try to send them out the weekend before the meeting, no later than the weekend before the meeting. I think that's when this one came out, send it out on Sunday.
And the McElroy still didn't come out, right?
So I didn't,
The meeting with McElroy still didn't come out
I think we.
till the meeting, right?
It was
So
yesterday
we
that
found
I had
out
the
like
last
later.
conversation with them. I mean, just like when Tom Brown talks to
Y'all come back and
AT&T,
talk to her?
he doesn't
No,
necessarily let us all
No,
know.
they
I
don't.
mean,
Why,
do y'all call
Or when
why
Bob,
can't they send us an email? Hey, this is what's going on there.
when Bob talks to
We gotta
the
drive all the way
electrician
over
to
here
work
to
on
find out.
I mean-
I don't think we got an email.
you want to
Because I
know
was
what
up
they're
there and he
doing.
showed up. and
Exactly.
he
No,
was
no,
all-
no, 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 no. We were
I was
proceeding.
That was the
Right,
same thing.
okay. I
Not
mean,
the same thing.
That's
You
fine. I
were-
just show up like Steve and sit there and eat my
And if I
candy.
do
You wanted to
something,
be a leader.
if I do
No.
something, then.
No,
it's
I just
all
said
right.
if you want to get
And
involved,
we
get
found out
involved.
last
Call
week
her,
that you
call
followed
them.
us.
I mean,
That's what I do.
that's what I do.
got elected.
If I wanna know
You don't
something,
have
I
a
call.
say.
I call Steve.
You elected me to represent you.
We never even took a
That was-
vote to hire you. Rob just brought you in the door and said, here you
Do
go.
what you need to do then. Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
I mean, don't threaten me
I'm not threatening you. I'm not dissatisfying you with you. I'm just saying.
because
that
you're disagreeing with what I got to say is what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm
just saying.
sorry. I'm telling you from a legal perspective, a resolution to make him do something. If you don't believe me, call somebody, call another one, call Rob.
That's fine. You know, you would think we would get some
No.
courtesy out of it. But I'll just start coming over here and sit with Carol every day like she does, and we can chit chat.
Or ask me.
Why can't you just tell them instead of ask? I don't know what to ask.
If there's something I'm doing.
If I don't know what you're
What's
doing,
going
I
on
don't
in
know what I'm
Williamson?
asking for.
Hey,
Hey Steve, what's going on this week?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing this.
It's not gonna get solved.
I mean, when I have something to ask, I
Or
always
you can
call.
just send out 20 emails in a day that you went to the bathroom, you went to the store, you went by the school.
Well, the one time that I did, and everything that was on that, somebody said I sent out 20 things about what my kids did, and that was a lie, because what I sent them out about was things that happened in the city of Williamson.
No.
And the one high school that we have that is technically Williamson mailing address is the only public or only private school in the county. And we had things going on that were, I think, making some newsworthy things for the county that was in the paper. And so I let people know what was going on. But y'all took offense to that for some reason.
It was the way you did it. You know
The
how
way
you
I did it. No, actually, I don't remember.
I do.
Okay,
I think you can
if
ask.
you make copies of it and show it to me, I'll talk to you about it.
I guess it's public record, I can file open record.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you
ask
just
If
ask
you wanna
for it.
go that route, but
Just
you
ask
played
for
a
it.
little game that day.
I'm not playing any games. If
Yes,
you want to
you
pull it
did,
up, I'll
Steve.
explain
I
it to you
mean,
right now.
Did he not play a game that day?
It seemed like it.
Even did, you remember how he said all the little, this, I went here and I went there and I went to the bathroom, all these things, just every
And that's a
email.
lie. I never said that.
Man, quit calling. We just need to stop calling people names.
Well, if people lie, I will call them a liar. If they
Don't
tell
call me a liar, because I'm not lying
We've
about
talked
that.
to you too.
It was
I never sent an email saying I went to the bathroom.
I may be exaggerating on the bathroom part, but I'm not the nitpicky stuff you sent us that day.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
Just to get
It was
your point
nothing
across.
facetious. I did not
It
ever
was
intend to
totally
do anything.
facetious, but that's fine. You can't win an argument with Steve Fry, you know?
I don't need to read that.
Anybody else got anything? I think there was a motion for executive session.
I made
Did you make the motion?
it for executive session.
Second.
And I said, we got a motion and a second. All in favor? Executive session for the purposes of personnel.
That was my question, thank you. All right, now let's take it home.